so I don't know how many people will bite, and if they do bite, if they will get past a rigorous series of personality tests. Because sometimes people see there's a game like that and they think that their time has come to be a serial killer / PvP maniac. Yeah, but we will continue the campaign, of course. And if so, if a good fit shows up, a good fit shows up. If you know anybody that you
if a good fit shows up, a good fit
want to play D&D with on a Sunday morning or I guess Sunday afternoon, you know, and you think they're cool and all that jazz, send them our way, kind of thing, because there is a spot open. But
Did Maxos's player give a reason for dropping out?
he wants to try out Adventures League.
Okay, yeah, he did mention that.
He wants to like see faces and like get germs from other people. I guess I don't know. Like, yeah, which is fine. I mean, Adventures League is not for everybody, but some people take a lot of comfort in playing in Adventures League, so maybe that will be a good fit for him. I don't know. So, oh yes, but why the strategy channel is gone? So strategy channel is gone because I had to delete it for a reason, and I'll make you a new one. That's really all I feel comfortable talking about. So I'm sorry if you had amazing resources linked to it and all that jazz, but I will put one in right now before we get started. All right. So while I'm doing that, does anybody want to sum up what happened last time?
So,
yeah, pets.
We got so many pets.
Yeah, you could just play the intro to Littlest Pet Shop, I guess, or Pokemon. Either one will work, and then I'll pretty much cover.
Catch the Pig.
Yeah.
Golden Grubs.
Mud wrestling.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened.
Yes.
Grandma.
I cannot believe you guys tried
meet.
to
Yeah, you did
catch
meet with
that
Grandma.
pig.
That's true.
Oh yeah, yeah, the racist grandma.
What racist grandma? Oh my goodness. It's okay. The other group met
give
with
us work.
Yeah, the other group met with racist grandma. They think that she is a lich. So yeah.
Cool.
They have been apparently badly betrayed by a previous DM. So they think that I think most of the NPCs in the world are liches. I don't know. It's really hard for me to interact with them with NPCs because it's just an endless series of insight checks.
It's funny because, like, we're the anti-heroes here that are supposed to be the ones that don't trust anyone, and we're going around going, "Oh yeah, these people seem powerful and trustworthy."
It's that they're innocent and easily taken advantage of.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that going on, which is kind of interesting. All right, so yeah, I guess that kind of sums it up. There was a lot of festivities and role playing that has been going on. Some business involving a big fat asshole, and I think we left off. You guys had just finished up your meeting. Yeah, and you guys were kind of filtering back out into the community, right? Is that where we kind of left off? So it's sunset, it's evening time. Let's see, calendar clock, where are we at? Yeah, 5:30 p.m. So yeah, it's sunset's about 90 minutes from now. So what are you guys going to get up to?
We're going traipsing through a swamp that we don't know at night. Doesn't seem like a very sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
So the gnolls should probably wait till the morning.
And potentially. I was just gonna say, waste time until our midnight meeting. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Had a couple of meetings to attend, didn't you?
This is true. This is true.
I have to go pick up something for, but we can go to that inn. Wasn't there an inn where everybody's meeting?
Oh, there are three taverns in the town.
I think it's the inn that we're in.
Yeah, we're currently at the I'm trying to remember what it's called. Something bird related.
Something bird related.
No, it was the wicker.
You are at
goat.
You're currently at the Wicker Goat.
Wicker Goat. Yeah, bird related. That's what I said.
The Wicker Goat has the dubious honor of being the oldest tavern in town. It's owned by a dude named Lankus Currid, and it caters primarily to guards and guard affiliates. So it's a cop bar, basically.
But there was a fighting pit here, wasn't there?
There is a fighting pit here, though. Do you want me to just move you guys back over there while you decide what to do next? Or?
Whatever the rest of the party is.
I think you should fight. I think you should fight in Vesh. It seems like
so do I.
Yeah.
I can heal you if something happens to you.
What could possibly happen with police officers around? Jeez. Do you think this is America? This is the Sword Coast. You're perfectly safe.
Yeah, he's quite happy to burn some time there, waiting for that midnight meeting, and then go to that, and then rest up for the morning. Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. So,
up to you what you guys want to do.
Yeah.
I want to watch you fight in the pits. That is.
I see.
All right. Well, Ida excuses herself because she has a very large family that she has to get back to. And Gellin excuses himself because his wife will tan his hide if he is not back in time for supper. So the two of them bid you guys a good night, and they head out.
Good night. Don't forget to contact us if something comes up.
Yeah. Now the
Should
rest
we get rooms, do you think?
The rest of y'all poppets.
Not here.
Yeah, okay.
So there are two other taverns in town.
Later.
There is the Empty Net, and there is, I believe, the Snapping Line. Yes, the Snapping Line. So, Locke, if you were to give them a quick, you've actually excused yourself to run an errand. My bad. All right. Bloop. Okay. So yeah, you guys, just through general asking and, like information gathering and paying attention, and Locke sort of giving you the tour. Yeah, you know that there are three taverns in the town: the Empty Net, the Snapping Line, and the Wicker Goat.
Which is the one we're meeting the unsavory gun people at? I think
that one's
the
Snapping
Line?
Net. No, that one's the Empty Net.
Yeah, the Empty
And then we're meeting the wizard guy here at midnight.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna meet him at least.
Yeah. Well, we could head to the Empty Net and check it out.
Yeah, the Wicker Goat's accommodations is a common room essentially. So they have eight beds available for people to use. So it's kind of a crapshoot how many beds are available at any given time. But there's no privacy at all.
Why don't we can we not stay?
We can stay.
In the Empty Net, I mean?
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't much like this place.
That's fair. It's a little square.
Yeah, I'd like to see Vesh beat up some of these uppity...
So you guys gonna stick around while Vesh fights it out real quick, or are you gonna...
Yeah. Is that
right.
here?
There is a fight. Yeah, there's a fighting pit here. There is also a fighting pit down at the Empty Net, but it's
But we're here now.
It's a rougher scene over there, you might say.
Guys, don't forget your Pokemons.
All right, so you register for fights over at the counter. currently, it looks like no fights are underway. Again, it's just now getting into the evening hours, so they haven't really, 5:30 in the afternoon. Not always the most exciting time to fight. But the place is starting to fill up, and you can see that there are people kind of at the counter asking about the fights tonight, that sort of thing.
Oh, Vesh goes up and elbows his way to the front.
Oh, okay.
It's like, cue me up, man. I need to let off some steam.
So the guy kind of looks you up and down, and he says, "Hey, friend," with a big smile on his face. Yeah, you're new around here, huh?
Yes.
I'm pretty good with faces, and I would certainly have remembered that.
Are you saying there's something wrong with my face?
I'm saying it's awfully unique. So he kind of squints at you. All right, yeah, we let lizard folk fight, so I don't see how this would be any different.
He bristles and he's like, when he says, "I don't see how this would be any different," he kind of calms down a second. He thought he was being called a lizard folk. Then that was going to offend his sensibilities.
He says, "Yeah, so it's a straight up pugilistic bouts. You familiar with that? Just a couple
fists.
Yeah, fisticuffs. So it's no magic, no armor, no weapons. Everybody likes to see what's on display, if you know what I mean. So you kind of strip down to your, he kind of eyes you, pants, and you get in there and just fight it out.
Wait,
Sometimes we'll do teams, teams of people. Sometimes we do like a little battle royale. We just fill the pit up with people, and it's the last man standing situation. So, or woman.
Well, what's going on next? Is anyone waiting to fight now?
I have it on good account that this fine fella over there, and he points out a lizard folk, and the lizard folk of the Saltmarsh region very much resemble saltwater crocodiles. So they all sort of have that sort of appearance to them. He's definitely looking to fight. He comes in from the swamp about once a week, likes to test his skills against, the locals. It's kind of an honor to fight him, but I'll be honest, like, in a battle where you're punching somebody and that somebody has the jaws of a crocodile, it ain't easy. Goes by the name of Drox. I mean, if you really want to make a big debut, that would definitely be the person to fight. But if you're just looking for, to ease your way into it, I know there's a little girl goblin that's going to be fighting today. Try to fight her.
Are you insulting me?
Oh no. She's one of them kung fu-y people,
Right.
He starts doing like karate chops in the air and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you want fate to decide, I could always just queue you up randomly against someone, see how that goes.
He's looking a little disappointed, actually, just in general. He's like, I was hoping for something a little more visceral. Never mind, he says, and he goes over to the rest of the group.
Oh, all right.
He's like, you're right, Jenna. This place is too square.
Well, at first, yes, I don't much like it here. People are uppity.
All right.
Well, we have to return here at some point for that meeting, but how's about we check out this salt house?
How about we go for a walk?
I like
Nice
the
long
walk. Just stretch my wings out. Haven't been able to fly in a minute. I would very much enjoy that.
All right, so you guys are just gonna take a stroll around town, see what you see, sort of thing.
Yeah, for a little while.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Crash,
All right.
walking around town, is there anywhere... I'm looking for somewhere specifically, and that's a good place to commit murder.
Oh, good place to commit murder. All right. You asking specifically for a good place, or are you just
I'm going
eyeballing?
guard to guard. Like,
Oh yeah.
where don't you guys catch the
You
murderers?
just stop like children on the street. You're like, "Hey, where's the best place for murder?" Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of walking around and like just looking for some place that's like very close to the ocean,
Uh-huh.
and very would be very secluded at night, and with some trees around, and yeah, some place I
Well,
feel like.
I'll be honest, the furthest place from the guards that's still in town, that is also along the water, is all the way up here in a region of town known as Crabber's Cove.
Sounds good.
Can I ask why you're looking for this sort of place, Jenna?
I didn't tell you, Vesh.
Oh,
I
you
told
didn't. Okay.
DM. We're just strolling around. Jenna's looking for a good place to murder.
Now, there is also a place that locals call the Leap. And here you go. And that is an outcropping of rock nearly 100 feet above the churning sea below. There are several stone benches here because people like to come here to get it on.
Well, that sounds appropriate.
Traditionally, the people of Saltmarsh will leap from the cliffs into the water when a loved one drowns at sea. The jump is usually not fatal. The water below the leap is free of rocks, and a short swim back to dry land. Hold on, I got a puppy trapped in here with me. Oh, she's telekinetically opened the door. Okay, the puppy. Okay. All right. Anyways, yeah. So there's a place, for sure, that kind of pops up as oh, that would be pretty good. And that is all the way outside of town. So that is the furthest northern location on the map, right there. So it's one of those things that you could definitely see it from where you're at, like them Irish cliffs kind of thing. You guys got cliffs up in Ireland, yeah, that people think are pretty cool. Yeah, so you kind of see them as you're walking along, and you're like, those cliffs look like a good place to throw a body off of. And as you sort of inquire about the cliffs, that's when you hear like, oh yeah, that's a great place for necking. Oh yeah. And then the story about people jumping off if a loved one dies, et cetera, et cetera.
And how far of a walk is the leap from the Wicker Goat?
Jesus, from the Wicker Goat, I mean, it's all the way up here is the leap, and then the Wicker Goat is way over here.
Yeah, like right there, right?
Yeah. So it's a ways. You'd basically be outside of town at that point.
Just take a carriage.
Are there carriages that frequent the leap?
I mean, because people like to go up there to canoodle, and it is along a road. Yeah, I mean, there are carriages that would go out that way.
It's coming together, guys.
It is. That is true.
Yeah, Crabber's Cove, you're just as likely to get killed as successfully kill someone. It is definitely like the ghetto of Saltmarsh. To give you an idea of what you're dealing with down at Crabber's Cove.
Oh my
yeah, that's a
god.
little shady.
Yeah,
Not very romantic.
It looks like a Bloodborne picture.
Yeah, but that's where murders would take place, right?
I mean, that's the most obvious location to commit a murder. Would be Crabber's Cove.
I feel like this place has similar statistics to Southside Chicago.
Now there is another location. It is called the Standing Stones. It is off on an enormous, or sorry, not enormous, but it is off on an island by itself. So the island is right there. And there are two enormous. Oh, that's right. I'm on GM layer, so you guys can't see any of the stuff I'm doing. My bad.
No.
So that's where the Jesus Christ. That's where the canoodling location is. The leap.
Oh damn.
24. That's the Standing Stones. Going all the way back over here is where you guys currently started out the session. And then the Standing Stones are located over here on this little island, which is a bit of a chore to get to.
Oh, so it's 24 Crabber's Cove then, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So two enormous runestones stand on this island, and supposedly years ago a siren was chained between them by an evil tribe of humans and offered to the sea as a sacrifice. Since then, fishing in the region has flourished, but it's said that the ghost of the siren haunts the island and the stones to this day, and that someday her sisters will wreak vengeance upon the people of Saltmarsh for what their ancestors did.
That's not foreboding.
Well, that's
Yeah.
ominous as fuck.
So that sounds like a pretty romantic spot too, to go to at night. So you got a lot of options here.
I mean, I don't think it sounds a good murder place, but Afra thinks it absolutely sounds like a good place to dig up some ancient shit.
True.
To me, it sounds like
Afra must have been peeking at my notes where she saw entrance to the Siren's Tomb, secret optional side dungeon. Oh man.
It seems to me like one of those things where when you start an MMO and like everything's low level around you, but then like there's a little bit of water and an island and you swim over there and then get one shot because you're really under level for it.
You were not supposed to go there yet.
There's also a graveyard, which you guys are aware of, which is right here. Graveyards often have open graves. So it's in the Murderer's Handbook, a date to the graveyard is a pretty good place to go and kill someone and dispose of the body.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some options. You got some options. The benefit of Crabber's Cove is it'd be hard to figure out who done it because, it's the shadiest place in town.
Where's the empty net at?
The empty net is...
It's probably easier to get the guy to go to Area 25, though.
Yeah, empty net is over here. It's location number 8. So it's this building that's like asses hanging out over the water.
I'm just trying to figure out if we could commit murder in 2.5 hours, going from here to here, and then make our 2:30 a.m. over here.
Is that plausible?
Well, keep in mind, if you're planning to murder like a certain Wizrobe, Ooze Master, he works the festival until they do the fireworks and all that jazz, at least. So
we were planning
available.
to meet at midnight.
Yeah.
I think that if we can take a carriage out there, or rather, if you guys can take a carriage out there, because I might, put a cramp on things. I think it might work.
I think we switch up because the festival's here for like 3 more days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that tonight we just do like a little first date thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Little kiss on the cheek, real modest, and then maybe invite him to the leap, you know, and commit some murder the next day.
Okay. I could also get behind that.
So why
Then
are
we
we
could be more
suddenly
excited.
talking about murder?
Oh,
That's true. Not involved in this conversation.
yeah,
Let's
you
go look
really,
around.
look, man. For the sake of your character,
Yeah.
we're having this discussion without you.
Okay.
We're all
You
just
tell me that.
whispering,
So,
dude.
the two ladies excuse themselves ahead and are just kind of
Okay,
leaning
fair enough.
conspiratorially in talking.
Okay.
Nah, I'm
I'm
So
just
not-
walking with
you're
you,
left with
Bess.
you're left with the bird bazooka because the turtle is not around. So while they're talking, bird bazooka and dragonborn, do you have anything that you need to discuss?
Well, other than Veshel, thank you for winning that archery contest, so they can get into the good books of those in town who might have work for them. He does nod to the ladies ahead, and he's just like, "What secrets are they keeping from us? Do you think?"
It's just go
I look over Bess. Secrets that you don't need to know about.
You say that, but well, I don't know much about any of you as it is. I don't want to get involved in something that, that I have little to no say in. So let's see. Tonight we have to go to back to this Wicker Goat at midnight. And then before then, Jenna had some meeting with someone or other for you. Is that right? You were
No,
looking into
that's after the
firearms.
Wicker Goat. That's at 2:30 in the morning that we are going to talk
Oof.
about the firearms.
Do you not need sleep?
Sleep is just a 5-letter word that weak men need.
Also, mornings are for pussies. Let's be honest. We're not going to be up before noon.
Yeah, it's D&D. Like, I'm sleeping in.
We have things we need to do tomorrow. Just remember that. If the plan's still to buy that shark whale thing, yes, that.
Yeah, but we can.
Then we don't have much time before it will be leaving town. We have work to do.
We got 2 more days. 2 whole more days. We'll be fine.
Well, I've said my part. I want to hurry up and get to this other tavern and see if the fighting there's a bit more bloody than at that cop bar.
Let's do it.
So are we going to the empty net now, or
Yeah.
are we going to head over to the shady part of town and just check it out?
We walked around a bunch. We've got a few hours until I have to be at the Wicker Goat. Not too sure what else there is to do in this shabby town. Perhaps we could go. You want to go back and fill in Parsons? What's our affiliation with him now? Are we looking for affiliation? I think we should discuss that. Because it seems like there's many viable opposing factions in this city.
Well, I think we all agree for one. The guards and the Brotherhood, or the Scarlet Brotherhood, and the guards with their strange interference from outside of the town. I don't think any of us agree with joining them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the guys.
Or, well, I would potentially be willing to join them to see what they're up to. Let's put it that way.
Well, I think that we need to buy favor with them in some with this town in some way. to protect ourselves for when the news finally spreads of who we really are.
Well, we can certainly go kill those the things, the gnolls, and then I mean
We need
I
to
can.
make ourselves useful to the town, and I believe
Yeah.
the person most fit to judge how useful we are to the town is the fine lady we just met.
Can I just? Why do we need to make ourselves useful? Wouldn't it be better to operate under a vise of deception and?
You say that,
stealth?
but I hate to say it, but what that man at the fight pit was saying is right. We do somewhat stand out. I don't think we're going to be able to hide ourselves amongst the townsfolk easily.
That is fair.
You do.
As soon as the word goes around on the ship that, I and Garuda at the very least are two of the escapees, then yes, we're going to find it hard to get anything done.
Do you really think they're looking for people that died in a ship crash at sea? To Kraken?
I'm sure you must have heard or met of shipwreck survivors before, yeah? Doesn't it seem like most likely that the at least one of the guards or someone from that ship has survived and washed up on the shore?
I mean, the only reason why we managed to wash up was due to mermaids. It was so far out to sea. I don't think that.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Without their assistance, I don't think anyone could have made it to shore.
Well, I'd rather at the same time not try to blend in and then have it sprung on us suddenly. I prefer to be prepared for that, just in case.
What I'm curious about is, it seems that Granny didn't. She wasn't aware of the Centurum's influence on the town, and I'd kind of like to see where the Centurum stand in all of this, what their goals are.
Well, they've already said that they wish to protect the town. What they do is for the greater good. I'm not entirely sure I believe them, but they haven't done anything that would go against that yet, have they?
Yeah, but aren't you curious if whether they side between more the traditionalists or the
I think they've picked their own side, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'd like to find out where that side is to see, because I really think that they may be beneficial to us.
But I think we should keep our options open. There's no one saying that we can't ally ourselves with two factions.
Yes, very true. There's no saying we can't ally ourselves with all of the factions.
Yeah, no, I am like totally willing to join the Lord's Alliance Daggerford guys.
Not me.
Well, no,
they stand for everything I disagree.
And that's fine. So it would be a good idea to know what they're up to, I think.
Well, it seems
sure they don't seem like the sort for secrecy, so I'm sure if they start on anything, we'll probably find out soon enough.
Do you guys not find it peculiar that the first thing the Zents had us do was go to the what's a good name for it? The house that crawls, and so did the traditionalists, and so did the Lord's Alliance people are going over there. The town's guard people are going over there as well.
For anyone who even remotely cares about their town, a group of smugglers or cultists working just outside the town's borders is trouble. This only makes sense that they'd all want to find out what they're up to or get rid of them.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is I think we only touched the surface. I think there's more going on over there.
It's entirely possible, but I for one don't fancy going back.
Oh yeah, also we need to figure out, because the town guard's gonna go there, and they're gonna see, that blood kraken and group hanging.
Naxos has disappeared on his own path. We can just blame it all on him.
Wait, yeah, Naxos disappeared. Doesn't mean he's retconned out and everything he done is retconned out now.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Oh, that's yeah.
And I think
He
we
was a
can
he was a
still...
priest of an evil god. We can blame the strange rituals that you guys performed on him. I don't think that's a problem.
I mean, she's evil, but she's also openly worshipped in Saltmarsh. It's very much like in ancient Greece, where like King Triton, yeah, Little Mermaid on the brain, but yeah, like the gods were neither good nor evil. They were, to be feared, kind of thing. That's kind of her angle. Now, there is a temple of I believe it is Volkur, and Volkur is the captain of the waves, favorable winds, ships, and naval combat. So like that's gaining a lot of popularity, but the old ways die hard, sort of thing. So the people, the very superstitious people, which sailors tend to be, they don't stop fearing, and through their fear worshiping Umberly, just because there's like Surfer Thors in town. So, which I think really sums up Volker pretty well.
Well, Vesh doesn't really understand religion anyway, so he's just like, yeah, blame it all on the religious guy.
All right, is that the angle you're going to take as you kind of walk the streets here of the town?
And or rely on the Zunts for protection. I mean, it's stuff that we did on their orders.
Sure.
I don't remember them ordering us to string up a load of corpses.
So during your walk,
we were told to.
They said to leave a message.
It wasn't burning down the house enough of a message.
Yeah, so during your walk, you would of course pass the different docks that make up the town. They are sort of the beating heart of the town. Even as the sun is setting on the horizon, people are still hard at work trying to finish up the last bits of work that they have before the day comes to its close. Yeah.
As we walk past the docks, Jenna would just make like comments about how like she longs for her feet to be on a ship again, and she misses the ship life.
Now you do pass a group of sailors who are sort of going through the tasks of docking their small fishing boats for the night, and making sure their hulls are all have all been taken to the fishery for processing in the morning, and all that good stuff. And you do kind of overhear them saying, "I'm telling you, a couple of fishing boats, they've gone missing. And if the sea devils aren't behind it, well, you can just call me Mermaid Man." And so the conversation kind of continues from there, where they're discussing essentially a disappearance of some fishing boats.
I'll wander up looking innocent and curious and say, "Sea devils?"
Yeah, so the old man who looks every part, the weather-worn old man of the sea kind of deal. He looks at you with his one good eye, his prosthetic sort of his prosthetic kind of just drifting off on its own direction. And he just sees you, and he just gets a big smile on his face, and you see that he has several good teeth still, and just a big fat spotted tongue in his mouth. And as he sees you approach, he gives his hand a lick, and he smooths back the last few hairs on his head, and he says, "Hey, hail and well met, sweetie. Yeah, we're talking about the ships what went missing, the boats. No one's really making a big to-do about it, but I have it on my mind that the sea devils are the ones what done it."
Oh, and what are those?
He kind of looks to his buddy, and his buddy's kind of like a fatter version of him, and his buddy just kind of makes a landlubbers kind of look on his face, and then indulgently kind of motions for his skinnier friend to tell the tale. And he says, "Ah, I see that you're from the inland. You don't know what sea devils are. Well, I'll be the first to tell you. They're hideous shark folk from the deeps. Demons, devils. They have scales and big mouths with sharp teeth, black eyes, black like Shar's night. Yeah, and some of them, they get real big and they get 4 arms, and they ride on sharks like a man would ride a horse. And oh man, there's so much to tell. They're real bad." And he looks to his buddy like, "I nailed it. Nailed it." And his buddy gives him like a little thumbs up, like, "You nailed it, bro." And he says, some folk call them Sahaugen.
Ah.
Do you ken Sahaugen, miss?
Well, I've read about them.
Yeah, it takes a
But you've
brave
actually
sort
seen
to
one.
go out to sea day after day, knowing what terrors lie in the deep. And he sort of kind of flexes his non-existent muscles a little bit as he kind of points out this fact.
Well,
You know, if you're ever wanting to head out to sea, we could always use another hand on deck, as it were.
I'll giggle and say, I think about it. I'll think about it and wave goodbye and join my companions.
What a nice lass. And so, yeah, they continue their work.
Okay. Hey guys, there's Saugen about.
Do I know what Saugen are?
Yeah, they're, kind of like merfolk, but like meaner.
Yeah, anybody in Forgotten Realms would definitely know that there's nasty shark folk named Sahaugen. To know more about them, it would be a knowledge nature check to see if you know additional information about them.
Yeah.
If you're curious.
Well, you say they're about. Do you mean there's a job to get rid of them, or what?
I imagine they live here.
What, in town?
No, in the ocean around the town.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so Jenna, yeah, like you're not trained in nature, but you have you have a pretty big brain, and you've read a ton of books as a nerd. Oh, sorry, as a wizard. So yeah, you would you know a little bit more about them. So hold on a sec. You guys talk it out while I look up what would be appropriate for you to know.
Okay.
Well, we weren't planning on going out to sea again, were we? He looks at Jenna, who was like saying about how she'd like to be on the ocean again. And he's like, I mean, the last time we went out on the ocean, it didn't exactly go so well.
Yeah, Sahaugen, Jenna, are a predatory Piscine race that unfortunately is found all over the ocean. Thought to dwell only primarily in the deepest trenches of the ocean and then come into the shallower areas to raid. They view the entire ocean as their kingdom and anything above the waves as blood sport for their hunting parties. The males of the species generally favor martial prowess, and the females generally focus on magic, both divine and arcane. So there's a game called Warcraft that may have heavily borrowed from this for their for the Naga. Yeah, and so they much like sharks, who they have a kinship to, blood makes them go bonkers, and often increases their speed and power when they smell blood, which is, kind of dangerous. They have a very special kinship with sharks, similar to the kinship that Yuan-Ti have with snakes, for example. So they are able to Aquaman sharks, basically. They also, like many of the monsters of the world, hate elves, and they hate sea elves above all else, because sea elves are their number one adversary and pretty much the only thing that keeps them from just taking over the entire ocean.
Yeah, so there's just this huge underwater society going on. Completely different cultures. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Sharkland. Yeah. That sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
they are definitely the evil faction of the deeps, and the sea elves are the good faction of the deep, and then the merfolk are sort of the neutrals of the deep. Now Tritons are very much on the super good guy side of things. They're like the the palabros of the ocean.
So
Yeah.
Sahaugen are like the orcs.
Oh yeah, so yeah. Well, yeah, I would say they're kind of more like a dark elf, because there are creatures called marrow, which are more like orcs. Yeah. So they are like I would say the Sahaugen. I would put them in more of a dark elf territory. They are much more dangerous than orcs. If you were to compare the two side by side.
Yeah, and you can call Jenna a nerd all you want, but she ain't got nothing on pot token.
That is for sure. All right, so that is your general knowledge of that. As you guys continue to walk around town, the sun is starting to dip into the ocean. So, did you have anything you had to do at sunset? Because sunset's at 7 p.m.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so the sun begins to set. The town employs, orphans to run around and light all of the key lanterns in certain locations of the city to keep things well lit. So you can kind of see that whole process happening, which is kind of fascinating. And you see the transition from day to night, where merchant stalls are packed up and cafes kind of turn into nighttime eateries, and nighttime merchants kind of come out to peddle their wares, and nighttime merchants come out to peddle their wares. A winky face. And the whole atmosphere of the town sort of shifts a little bit. It feels a bit more mysterious, a bit more dangerous, a lot less hectic than it did during the day, but no less alive, because it's just a different shift in what everybody is up to. All right.
The nightlife here seems kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Back where I
So
live,
much energy.
nighttime was a time for reflection and rest. This is perhaps more enjoyable.
Now, at this point, I would say, Locke, you probably would catch back up with them. Maybe we'll say by the bridge. Does that seem good?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of walked all the way towards Crabber's Cove, and we're like, let's turn around. And as you kind of headed back, you were passing through the marketplace as I was giving the sunset description, and then you see Locke sort of waiting by the bridge. He sees you, and you see him. All right, what's next, guys?
Locke, where have you been?
I pull out a jar with some lightning bugs in it. I've been collecting lightning bugs from my spells.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Such a practical use of your time.
So,
How-
what? What, Jenna?
I was just gonna crack a joke about a turtle catching lightning bugs, but I'll just leave it on the ground.
So did you figure out your plan?
Which one?
Other people walking by. I just, just kind of.
Well, I mean, Vesh is still there. I mean, generally leaving the paladin out of your shady plans is D&D 101 for sure. Yeah. So it's a skill that your guys as a party probably are going to master early on, I guess. But yeah, Vesh is nearby. It's a busy bridge. People are coming and going on it. Like some people even live on the bridge. So the bridge is got like houses built into it, and small cafes. There's a flower shop. I mean, there are structures on the bridge. So the bridge does get quite a bit of foot traffic in addition to just being a bridge.
So where we're staying tonight?
Well, we'll be at the Empty Net at 2:30 in the morning. And I figure we could just stay there. We could swing by and get some rooms for the evening.
That would probably be a good idea.
All right, so you guys are going to head over to the Empty Nets. Got it. All right, so you cross the bridge. You walk along the coastline there. You pass the Green Market, which is kind of mostly packed up for the day. But the Green Market is this kind of situation, and that's location 9 on your map.
What the fuck is that?
Boop. There you go. Lock Green Market is a strip of land that right along the water that is a place for everything that isn't fish, salt, or nautical wares. So yeah, this starts at the bridge and just kind of goes all along the southern banks of the river. And basically you can get any kind of basic bitch staples. So eggs, cloth, plants, pots, home furnishings, occasional livestock, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like the farmer's market. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. Alrighty. So as you roll up towards the Empty Net, which is a establishment out over the water, it is worth mentioning that you do see. Let's see. Oh yeah. You do see a building across from there, and the building kind of catches your guys' eye a little bit. This is location 7, which is this fine-looking building right here. And you can see that a new sign, Locke, you actually haven't seen this sign before, has been put out front, and it has got 2 thick like pylons like hammered into the ground that the sign is affixed to, and the sign has gold and red paint with a black background, and everything about it seems new and fresh. You can even see that the lacquer that they painted over the sign to kind of seal in the paint is still a little shiny, so it'd probably be tacky to the touch still. And the sign says, "The Faithful Quartermasters of Joachim." And it appears to be some sort of shop or outpost or temple, ? And it's a little troubling, Locke. I mean, you're not the smartest guy in the world, but you kind of try to keep tabs on what goes on in the town. And you did not know that a new shop was opening up.
What's on the sign? One more time.
It says "The Faithful Quartermasters of Joachim."
Quartermasters. What do quartermasters do? Anybody know?
I mean,
They sell stuff like goods.
sorry.
I thought quartermasters was something to do with ships.
Where
Maybe we
what?
should.
I thought quartermasters was something to do with ships.
Yeah.
I mean, the
so
ships have a quartermaster, and the quartermaster is who, like, keeps track of, like, inventory and things like that, making sure everything is in, like, working order.
yeah,
Enough ropes
Garuda,
and stuff.
you've got a pretty good passive perception, if I recall. Is that
Yes, I do.
is that a fair assessment? I love your new miniature, by the way.
I saw that. They didn't comment on it though.
Yeah, so yeah, you got a pretty good passive perception. Anybody else got a 15 or higher in that perception?
Oh no.
No? Okay. Oh yeah,
Lock
Tortle
might,
Tortle
actually.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, Lock does, yeah.
Yeah, so the two of you, Turtle and Bird, you do notice that there is a silhouette looking at you through sort of the nice bay windows. And right as you kind of catch sight of the silhouette, the curtains are drawn closed on the building. And the silhouette was of a thick, THICC, feminine form that had very long horns on its head.
Look over at Locke and see if he saw it too.
Did you see that, Garuda?
I think I did.
I mean, should we go over and check it out? I mean, they're just looking at us.
I don't see why that's any of our business. Let them look.
Yeah, it's kind of late anyway, isn't it?
All right. So, as you say that, you hear the smashing of glass and the howling of what might be pain or amusement. And your attention is drawn to the north and to the vicinity of the empty net. Apparently, they are already starting to get rowdy. And the sun has only been down for about 15 minutes. All right. Is your intention to continue to the empty net?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Empty net. Here we go. Let's see. So many tiny maps. Let me grab your character miniatures and bring you over. As you begin to walk towards the empty net, those of you who have the ability to purge disease or who are immune to disease, you are very thankful for this ability because this place is nasty. Yeah, it is real bad. Yeah, unless you are into kind of the grossest, slimiest, nastiest stuff, your skin would crawl just a little bit as you approach. The ladies and gentlemen of the night basically create sort of a gauntlet that you have to run, where it alternates between like very sketchy hooker and very sketchy hobo asking for a handout, and then maybe a combo of the two, if you know what I mean. And you just sort of have to get past that whole collection of individuals to even get to the entrance to the empty net. That is kind of what you're dealing with. The establishment is built out over the water. So let me go ahead and put you guys in there. All right. Can you guys see on this map?
It's loading.
Everything's illuminated. I'm kidding.
All see
I
is
can
the
see my
hallway.
character, but the whole place is black.
Oh, the whole place is black? Okay, hold on.
Only token.
Oh, I see stuff.
All right, let me bring a moon in real quick. There we go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can see now.
Cool.
God, this bloody menagerie following us
Is
around.
it the end?
Yeah. Yeah, so the entrance is up here. And you know, I just don't have as many hooker miniatures as I should, but just imagine that there's just a bunch of like hobo and hookers just lining the docks here as you make your way towards the empty net.
Just copy a bunch of the Jenna minis and use those.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
dang.
damn, dude.
We build each other up here, sir. We build each other up. All right, so let's see. I'll just put. I'll put. You know what? I'll put Crazy Eyes down. Crazy Eyes always works good. Where are you at, Crazy Eyes? She's my go-to. You don't want to be involved with this woman, Major. Let's see.
Oh, Chris, I
If
can't really
any of
get
them
there.
touch anywhere near his belt pouch or make any sort of moves towards him, the first thing Vesh will do is just shove them into the water. Like,
There we go. There's Crazy Eyes. Yeah, that should give you an idea of what you're.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fuck! Don't forget your snake.
Yeah. Don't forget your snake.
I can't control my parrot.
Aw. All right. Hold on.
I can control
I
all
can't-
the pets except the parrot.
Yeah.
I can't
There we go.
I can't stack my monkey.
You can't
Like
stack
the
them.
others. No, like put him on the corner. He goes underneath.
Oh,
Me.
you got to hold down Alt.
Oh, okay.
And then
Or
you can move it.
kind of click and drag and highlight multiple things at once.
Yeah.
as well.
But if you hold down Alt, you can move a miniature without it snapping to the grid. Is the other thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so cute. Okay.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So here's a here. This will represent your gauntlet of hookers that you had to get past. There you go.
It's reminding me
And
of Hong Kong.
Let me see if I've got some. Do I have any old man beggars? No. All right.
Hey,
We'll have to
Jenna,
we'll theater of the mind take over for all that stuff. Then.
maybe you should buy Vesh a hooker while we talk.
That's not a bad idea.
I take it you're saying this out of his earshot.
Vesh, would you like
Poor
to come
Vesh.
in one of these fine Crazy Eyes?
I can't think of anything worse.
Hey,
Oh, I mean, trust me, it gets
now
worse.
This is Vesh talking, not Ben. You're telling me Vesh ain't trying to slam Crazy Eyes. I'm calling you out on your roleplay.
I mean, Dragonborn are in
Very
Forgotten
proud.
Realms. Yeah, Dragonborn
He has
are.
a superiority complex.
Yeah, I don't want to say that they call them racists, but they're racist. They're pretty racist. Yeah, I mean it's 5e, so we're not allowed to call anybody racist. But the Dragonborn of Forgotten Realms are pretty dang racist. Yeah.
Are there any Dragonborn Crazy Eyes?
No, there are not. This is a primarily like human settlement for the most part. You could probably find a dwarf if you were looking for one, or something like that. But
Maybe a lizard folk? Would you be alright with that, Vesh? You want a lizard girl?
Why are you trying to pawn me off on some?
I just want you to have a good time.
Yes, I will figure out my own way to do that. Thank you very much.
That and you just, I don't know, you just seem kind of pent up. Like you need a release.
I do, and there's a fight pit here, and I'm hoping that I'll get it there.
yeah. So as you go in, Vesh, there is already a fight going on. It looks like a fight between a human barbarian and a half-orc barbarian. So the fight could have been going on for 3 or 4 hours, and it could go on for another 3 or 4 hours. The fight pit is, well, let's just say OSHA would shut them down if they saw the state that the fight pit is in. It is a barely a 12.5 foot diameter circle of sunken like gravel, basically, and it looks grotesque. Like they never clean it, they never change out the gravel. The stones are just caked with blood and hair and fur and scale. Yeah,
Nice.
like you will get hepatitis if you suffer an injury in this pit. And pit is really a good way to describe this entire establishment. The empty net is winning the contest to be the sketchiest place you've ever been in. It is built from the husks of dead ships, and it is run by one of the douchiest people in Saltmarsh. His name is Kreb Shanker. Yeah, and Kreb is a Chondathan human. Chondathan humans are
Ginger.
they're kind of, I guess, they're kind of like the Americans of Forgotten Realms. They are all about money, making deals, sort of brashly, sort of diplomatizing their enemies, and then taking advantage of them. They drive the culture of the Sword Coast through commerce, essentially. Yeah.
I take it that's this guy with the square.
Oh yeah, that is him. All right. Yeah, that is Kreb Shanker. So, yeah.
Also, I have to say,
It looks so much better in the
is
picture.
that James from Team Rocket?
I
so
mean,
too.
it could be. I mean,
I mean, his collar is popped. Look at that.
Yeah. So this is built on stilts above the harbor waters. It is cobbled together from the broken husks of ships. It has a bad reputation in town as being a haven for the less reputable members of the community. Kreb Shanker has the place open to any and all. He takes coin from anybody, no questions asked. That being said, he tyrannically rules his establishment, and people have been thrown out for offenses that nobody even knows what the offense was. He just decided they needed to leave. It's rumored that in his heyday, Kreb Shanker was a pit fighter and a problem solver, capital P, capital S, for a number of powerful individuals, and retired from that scene. Used his money from years of problem solving, fighting, and gambling to open up the Empty Net. There is a quiet sort of agreement between the Empty Net and the rest of the town, and no matter how rowdy it gets, even if the guards are called, their response time to this particular location is very, very slow. Yeah. All that being said, when you guys walk in, Kreb turns, and with a big douchey smile, he looks over at you, Locke, and he says, my man, it's been a while. Where's your fat ass shell been at, huh?
I've been around.
Oh, you've been around.
Seems like this place hasn't gotten any cleaner.
You keep eating all those sardines, you're gonna be around. You know, like a ball, because you're getting fat. Hey, so who are you with? What do we got here? You must have come in some money to have so many fine whores with you tonight. Jeez. Oh wow, girl. He looks at you, Jenna, and he's like, yeah, that is nice. I hope he is paying a top dollar for that. Oh, if I could just upscale one of my crazy eyes to be something like this. This is what people are after. Am I right? Yeah, I'm definitely right. And what's this, Luck? You got some kind of lolly thing going on now? I mean, not that I mind. She definitely reminds me of my kid's sister in a good way. Hey, my name's Kreb, and he extends a hand to you, Afra, in a gentlemanly way.
I'll take his hand and fake curtsy.
It's a little slimy. His hand's a little slimy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got manners too. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah, you're catching us on a pretty slow night, Locke. Oh, and what is this? You got a bird and he rolls an intelligence check.
Well, please call him Lizardfolk.
Well, fuck me sideways. Is that a dragonborn?
That's for one thing.
It is.
Wow, you're a long way from home.
This is my home now.
Oh, this establishment is your home. Well, welcome home, sweetheart. There's some meatloaf. Just go ask Tits McGee. She'll hook you up. Hey
crap.
Tits. And the dwarf behind the counter looks over at him. Yeah, get some of that meatloaf out. They're gonna have meatloaf. Yeah, it's good you got here early. You can claim a table.
Locke walks up.
What
to,
about
Sounds like a lot's going on. I'm gonna take it one at a time here. Locke, what are you doing?
Locke just puts his arm on Vesh's shoulder and says, "You could make a lot of money off this guy, Crab. He's a good fighter."
Yeah, I like making money. As far as a good fighter goes, it's always hard to tell with them Dragonborn, you know?
Is that right?
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, you know, they all look pretty awesome, but then you just, what about the proof of concept is all I'm saying. It's a proof of concept.
And you would have me prove myself how?
Oh, I'm not asking you to do anything. You live your life, buddy. You live your life the way you think it needs to be lived, all right? And he just gives you a big smile. And so, yeah, he says, hey, but you know what? If you do think that you are good at fighting, you're welcome to try tonight. Just let me know, all right?
Yeah, he waits.
But
for the guy
just
to
so
walk
you
off
know,
and
though,
just-
this ain't no baby playpen like they got over at the Wicker Goat. Like, you might actually get hurt here, okay? And he gives you another big smile, lots of teeth.
That's what I was hoping to hear.
Now, besides the meatloaf, can I get you guys anything tonight?
Yeah. We're actually looking for some rooms. Would you be able to accommodate all of us?
Oh, I mean, I could definitely accommodate you. And he gives you a big smile. But as
Jedi
far as
just
everybody, as far as everybody else, I mean, yeah, you're early enough. We've got the double. You want that?
What's the double?
It's a room with 2 bunk beds in it. But there's hooks for hammocks if you need more room.
Eh,
That sounds fine.
All right, well, I'll put you down for the double, and we'll add it to Locke's tab there because he's a regular. All right, and he kind of goes over to monitor the fights. Okay.
It's McGee. Can I have a whiskey, please?
She grunts at you and begins to pour whiskey. Locke, as the person whose tab this is going on, are you being mindful? Or are you just kind of like, it is what it is?
You know, with the group, it is what it is to a limit. You know, and if it goes over like 5-6 gold, I'm gonna start saying something.
Okay.
Um,
So they bring you out bowls of what looks like diarrhea. Is a very thick, greasy brown substance, and there are chunks of meaty brown things floating in it. So these kind of get unceremoniously sort of slopped in front of you on the table one by one. And Jenna, your whiskey, and everyone else just gets watered down like grog, basically. Anything else? Says Tits McGee.
What meat is in this meatloaf?
The kind that used to be alive, sweetheart.
Oh, that's reassuring at least.
You are just delightful, Tits McGee. Don't ever change.
I've been told that many times. And she kind of goes to check on other tables.
Vesh like prods at the meat in the bowl and sniffs it.
Yeah.
Like,
It might have just been a trick of the light, but as you prodded one of the chunks, it sort of quickly darted under the surface of the broth.
she said it used to be alive, but I think it might still be.
Just drink your grog. The
Just go
alcohol
eat
will
for
kill anything in it.
Yeah, I mean the smell coming off of this is just rancid. Off of this meatloaf.
Jenna's gonna prestidigitation everyone's
Okay. All right.
and make it smell great and lovely and
Yeah, but you can't make
not
it look better.
questionable.
Hmm.
It doesn't look better, but it smells way better.
Yeah, just go for it. I don't even care what it looks like.
She
It's
just
like
sips
talking
her.
about food, right?
Yeah.
She just sips her whiskey. She's kind of like a 2 carats a day kind of gal, you know, like not overeating with that stuff.
Afra is blessed with a naturally high metabolism and will dig in.
All right.
Special wait for like he sees you start it with gusto and he can't be outdone. Right.
Yeah.
He'll eat as well.
Magic is a thing. So texture wise, it does feel like somebody is making a Charleston steamer in your mouth. But taste wise, it tastes amazing. It tastes like some filet mignon, wrapped in bacon, slow marinated, slow grilled. I mean, it's some good stuff.
Doesn't look good, but it is good.
Yeah.
I have a strong stomach, and yes, well, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, Vesh, you
He's
wouldn't
just
want this.
not looking sure.
Vesh, you wouldn't want this. That tastes is bad. No, just give me yours, Vesh.
No, he already ate it. He saw you two just start tucking in. He was like, well, I'm going to let you guys show me up.
When Garuda eats it, does he like just stick his beak in the bowl every now and then?
Yeah, I mean, not to be like super racist, but how does Garuda eat? What is your? I mean, I know it feels bad because we're always asking you, like, how do you walk? How do you sleep? How do you eat? But I mean, you are a giant bird person, so you kind of asked for it.
He
So
eats
just
like
kinda-
everyone else. Puts his
That's
full face into the bowl and licks it up.
Yeah.
Very
All
messy.
right.
And there's a lot of napkins around the table.
I will be honest that I do need constitution saves from everybody that did eat this food.
I'm resistant to poison. Does that help?
Yeah, that will help. Yes. Okay. Oh wow, good for you guys. All right.
Yeah, I hate
We
that.
all got strong stomachs.
Yeah, Jenna, did you eat some or did you just make it better for everybody
Jenna
else?
didn't eat. She just made it better for everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Jenna has like a cup of yogurt in the morning, and she's good.
All right, yeah. You guys feel a little bit of a rumbly in your tummy, a little bit of a gurgly wurgly going on, and you just kind of give yourself a little pound on the chest and stomach area, and it settles down. So there'll be no celebrity detox cleanse for you guys.
I do got a
Alrighty.
question, Crash. Is
Sure.
Hegwig up yet? It's nighttime.
Oh, yeah. Hedwig doesn't seem to ever wake up. I mean, like, yeah, he is still asleep. He is very much still asleep.
He's alive though too, right? Yeah, he's very much alive.
I mean, it's breathing.
Get out for me, I guess.
Every now and then, like, you have a good perception, and it's right next to your ear holes. So, every now and then you hear kind of a. And then every once in a while you just hear a little. And it is a little stinky. It is a little stinky.
He's alive. Okay, fair enough. I gotta live with this. I'm a tired owl. That's okay.
How do the cat and parrot, are they just constantly playing the whole time? Or getting down to business? I'm not sure. I don't want to be...
Oh, the cat and parrot? No, this is a very true kind of love. Like, they like to look into each other's eyes a lot, that kind of thing. So nothing too bad.
I'm gonna offer my monkey some of the mystery meat.
All right.
And we lost one pet.
Yeah, I mean the monkey smells the enhancements placed on it by prestidigitation, and yeah, they would go all in for that for sure.
Does he like me more now?
Well, let me see what his Constitution save says. And we'll kind of take it from there. Let's see.
That one, it's just got massive diarrhea. It's pooping everywhere.
All right. Yeah, it's got a pretty good Constitution score. +0. There we go. Yeah. Almost like mimicking what you did. It kind of
16,
like
17, 18, 18, 19.
Yeah, it kind of just screws up its face and then just gives its little chest and its belly a pound with its little fist, and then it's just like and kind of begins pointing at your bowl like it wants more.
Okay, we'll share.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be making some progress there for sure.
Yeah, Vesh notices that one of the combatants from earlier seems to be unconscious or maybe dead on the floor, and he's going to go over curiously to like investigate.
Yeah, Kreb is like kind of standing over her, and he's like, hey, is she dead or what's and this guy's like, no, she's fine. All right, good, because we don't want that to deal with that again. All right, yeah, good job, Nadia. And nearby people kind of cheer, some coin exchanges hands, that kind of thing. Nadia looks pretty beat to shit from that experience. But she's kind of sitting on the bench looking down in the pit. Yeah.
Well, looking at the state of those two, this does appear to be the sort of fights I was looking for. Put me down.
Oh yeah, for sure. So let's see. Hold on just a sec. I forgot that I didn't have any music loaded for the tavern. My bad.
Is there a bookie?
Is there a boogie?
Bookie.
Oh, bookie. Yeah. That would be Kreb. Kreb would handle any sort of bets. The guy's very hands-on with his place.
All right.
Yeah, so he says to you, Vesh, he's like, yeah, all right, man. If you're really up for this, I mean, you find somebody that's willing to fight you, you could fight out in this pit.
Well, you know where my table is. If someone else comes up asking to fight,
you will be the next baby in the playpen. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't know how his teeth could be so clean and straight and white when everything else around him is just disgusting. But probably magic. All right.
I think he probably sold his soul to the devil or something.
As you return to the table, you see a beast of a man come in. It's no man, though. It is a dwarf. It is a dwarf that looks like a soulless killing machine. It walks over, and it begins to do some light stretching. Because you always got to stretch, you know. You can't just can't just go in cold. You know what I mean? All right.
Has Locke seen that guy before?
Go ahead and give me just an intelligence check to see if you've seen this guy before. Is that an 18?
3.
No, it's a 3.
A 3? Oh yeah. I mean, you've seen dwarves before, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Yep, you've definitely seen dwarves before. All right. Anybody else interested in doing anything? Otherwise, I think Vesh is getting ready to fight this dude.
I'm getting ready to watch Vesh fight this dude.
All righty.
I think this would be like when we'll have our conversation. About the
Yeah,
murder
like
plan,
as
honestly.
Vesh is fighting, like
Yeah.
Jenna's
So
gonna
rather than make you guys watch this fight, one person fighting one other person ad nauseum, we could do this as a series of just skill rolls, or I mean, you're low enough in level, and you aren't two barbarians, so maybe that would actually not take a million years to do.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
the skill rolls bit sounds fine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if that guy's a barbarian, you probably don't want to get in that pit without rage.
All right, so basically, this guy is introduced as a Bloody Bjorn. And Bloody Bjorn is here to crack some skulls, Schenker announces. So, and don't worry, everybody, you're about to see a very exotic skull get cracked. And he just gets a really big smile when he says that. And he says, can our illustrious Dragonborn, far from home, now in his new home, step up to defend that home from all comers?
Yeah, he pushes his way to the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah. People kind of gather around. They definitely want to see this. Dragonborn, pretty exotic. They come from another planet, so that's pretty. They're basically aliens. All right. Thank you, 4th edition. All right, yeah, people are definitely gonna make their way over to observe this. The rest of the party, do you go to watch, or are you going to just chill at the table?
We're gonna chill at the table and watch from a distance.
So I heard you say you didn't want anyone dead. So that means no weapons.
I mean, we've got a healer on deck, so as long as you aren't decapitating nobody, we could probably put people back together. But dirty fighting is definitely encouraged. I don't know. How do you feel about it, Bloody Bjorn? You wanna do some weapon action here, or do you want to just duke it out? And Bloody Bjorn looks over at Vesh wearing all of that armor and stuff like that. And he just sort of kind of grunts into his beard, and he's like, it seems that somebody has a lot of crutches he's got to bring into battle. So I guess I'll let him decide. You see that this guy is shirtless. He didn't take his shirt off. He just goes around shirtless. He's just nothing but just beef. He's just a beefy, muscly dude. He has what looks like 6 hand axes strapped on his person in various places.
How about this? You use weapons, and I'll use armor. Sound fair?
He kind of raises a bushy eyebrow at that, and he's like, so what are you gonna do then? Bite me? Spit on me?
He balls his fists off and just kind of cracks his knuckles, and he's like, no, I think this will be enough.
Oh, you're gonna use those tiny things. Okay. Well, this early in the evening, I don't mind some easy money. Hey, Kreb, what are the odds on this one? And, don't spare no feelings. And Kreb kind of looks at Bloody Bjorn, and he looks at Vesh, and he looks at Vesh's tiny fists. And he's like, well, I guess that depends. Is magic going to be a thing here? I'm going to have magic in this fight? Because I don't want my place blown up again. So I'd prefer there's no magic.
Magic.
If I use it, it won't blow up your place. Just him.
I see. So we're gonna go with the old "don't blow up Krebs' place" clause on magic. Is everybody okay with that? And you see a lot of the people.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, you see people sort of backing further away from the fighting pit a little bit as magic is being allowed. Okay.
Magic.
Bloody Bjorn's like, ugh, I don't care. You can use your armor, you can use your magic, you can pray to your dragon gods or whatever your people do. That's fine.
All right then.
So Krebs says, magic definitely adds a little bit of a wild card to the situation. Let's see. I'm going to go with even odds here, not to hurt your feelings, Bjorn, because this here is what we like to call an unknown quantity. So until we know for sure what we're dealing with, I'd say like even odds. You can essentially get I don't know, half on your bets. So you bet a gold, you get a gold and a silver back for either contender. Not great odds, folks, but again, we're dealing with some unknown quantities here. Look at this fella. Look at him. How exotic. And Bloody Bjorn is looking at you, Vesh. And he definitely is he's like kind of taking in everything he sees with almost an eerily scrutinizing gaze.
Like
Best won't will stare him down as well.
All right.
With
All
a
right,
toothy
so yeah. Hop on in. Anybody else who wants to should probably roll a little bit of initiative here. But essentially, in a bar fight, you can fight normally, or you could try to use skill checks to do rad shit. is basically where we're at.
Well, let me put it this way: he's going to probably go first. So.
Okay. All right, so.
I'll wait to see how he opens up, and then I'll react.
Kreb explains the rules to you real quick. Don't kill nobody, because there are limits to everything. If you maim somebody, just keep in mind that maimed people do come back for revenge. So nobody wants a pirate hook to the eye in their sleep. So just kind of keep that in mind. Everybody's fighting at their own risks. The empty net is not legally responsible for any sort of harm or maladies or diseases like you may blah blah blah, etc., etc. Stay in the ring, don't blow up my place, and have a nice clean fight. All right.
He steps down into it and he looks around how unclean everything is. He's like, if you have a clean fight, it will be about the only clean thing in here. But
all right, some people chuckle at that appreciatively. People that understand the finer things in life, like how dirty this place is. Yeah. So I guess let's start things off. Jenna.
Jenna doesn't do anything.
All right, Garuda.
Yeah, I continue to eat my food like in a bowl.
Okay.
So yeah, Vesh has left his shield at the side in the care of Jenna, I guess, if she's close by.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's gonna start things off. He's going to use his nimble action to you know what? He'll just stick it out here. Yeah, he reaches down and he grabs a hand axe in each hand, and he has decided, all right, yeah, let's just get that easy money. He does turn the axes a few times in his hands, and then you see that he is intending to hit you with the blunt end of the hand axes.
Whatever floats his boat.
Alrighty. Here we go. He will make 2 attacks with them. Here we go. All right.
The second one hits.
All right. So he goes to swing on you against the first one, and you just sort of, kind of move to the side. But the first one, and then the second one kind of comes in and just clocks you, right in the ribs, and you definitely felt it.
All right then.
And then he'll just do a little 5e shuffle over to here. Just, spicy. Just to keep it spicy.
If he's keeping it simple, then Vesh will keep it.
All right.
Not necessarily fair, but simple. So yeah, he will. If I'm just using unarmed, it's just one attack, isn't it? So let's just do it.
Now, do you have any unarmed stuff that we need to know about?
Well, no, except for Divine Smite.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Which I believe. I mean, this is how much damage he takes. So basically, his fist glows like a bright green, and he thumps the dwarf like straight in the chin, like with an uppercut.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. All right.
So yeah, he feels like his head temporarily.
Let's see. So you're gonna use Divine Smite on him. So raw, that doesn't work, but we'll go ahead and go with it for this, just because.
I think it counts as a melee weapon attack. That's all it requires, isn't it?
Oh, let's see. Oh wait, I think it is. All right, let's see. Jeremy, let's go with Jeremy Crawford. An unarmed strike is a weapon attack because the rule on unarmed strikes says they're weapon attacks. But then he says, and they don't work with Divine Smite, which requires a weapon.
Do they?
Which
I thought Divine Smite just says makes a melee weapon attack. But yeah, maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
We'll just have it fall. We'll have it fall under. We're gonna have it fall under my thing, and I will say that it is fine for it to do this.
Okay.
So. All right. Cool. But yeah, it's one of those like really like slippery slopes kind of thing. But where they're just like, I don't know. It's fine. So yeah. So as he kind of shuffles to the side, you go up and you just give him like this uppercut, and your fist suddenly glows with some radiant light, and you pop him square in the jaw. His different braids kind of billow back from the impact of the strike, and he is keenly aware of the damage that you just dealt to him. As he kind of spits a little bit of bloody saliva off to the side, he settles into the gravel, and he just gets a big grin on his face with a little bit of blood sort of flecking his teeth. Alrighty. Anything else from Vesh?
No, he just stays here, like cornering him.
All right. Jenna, anything?
Nope.
Okay. Garuda, anything?
My face is in the bowl.
Okay. Locke, anything?
No.
Okay. Back to Bloody Bjorn. All right, Bloody Bjorn.
Actually, do you mind if I just like look around? I'm sorry. Do you mind if I look around to see if anyone like is paying attention to us at all?
I mean, there's some, lecherous men and women that are kind of looking over at you because you're going around in a bikini, and you sort of have that look at me vibe usually. But for the most part, everyone's interest does seem to be on the fight.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So this would probably be the opportune time for you guys to plan your murder, if that's yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I just don't want to try and plan a murder on initiative. It sounds awful.
Oh, no. What I was thinking is, while Vesh and I are solving this, you guys could go into secret meeting, or you could actually just like quietly talk in the background, or whatever works for you guys. but now you effectively have a babysitter for your paladin. One of the All right. Yeah, Bloody Bjorn snarls at you. And he's going to try and do a little bit of Zangief action. So he is going to try and grapple you. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Oh, rolled low.
Oh yeah.
And he rolled
so he's gonna rush up and grab a hold of you. So that's happening.
Well, that's happening.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah. Okay, and then nice. Okay, and then he will also try. Yeah, that works. He will deliver an attack as well because he has 2 attacks. So he'll do the one and then he'll do the other. This is just going to be an unarmed strike against you.
Okay. No.
All right. Okay, so you are grappled by him. Your turn.
How is he grappling? Is he kind of just got hands around the waist, like pinning?
Yeah, like he had his hands around the waist, and then that unarmed strike was him basically just smashing his head against yours.
Well, Vesh is one to meet a challenge, so he'll rather than break through the grapple, he'll just pull his neck right back and then headbutt the guy.
Oh, all right.
Damn, Rush.
All right. Wow. Yeah. So you bring you just kind of take your fist and just start punching.
No, that
him.
was literally a headbutt.
Okay. So yeah, you headbutt against him, and there's
he headbutted me and it didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a flash of light. He takes 15 points of damage. All right. Interesting. Anything from the rest of the party?
Negative.
Secret discussions are going on.
Okay, got it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, make another grappling check.
Oh, well,
Another
you guys all
day,
moved down here.
like an hour and a half later.
Why don't you just murder him here and get his body in the water, and then I'll drag him away. I'm just we can wait till tomorrow, but crash with timelines. Tomorrow something event could happen.
Man, I am not letting Scales of Red-Handed Doom scare me into how I play this game, dude. Like, I'm not trying to fuck with timelines at all, I don't want to feel. I don't ever want to feel like I'm under the clock in this campaign.
Can you send a note to give you more time to meet with the other guy tonight?
The gunslinger
Hey,
guy?
which guy? Meet me. Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the fireworks guy?
Yeah, the other guy that you were gonna meet with. Just have him meet like an hour or 2 later, or first thing in the morning, or something.
See, the awkward thing about that is that, like, Garuda kind of sold my body to him without my consent, so.
I did not sell your body. He just asked to talk to you. You came over to talk.
And then you were like, winked at me like, go along with it, and that's what I did.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's your plan. If you don't do it tonight, some event could happen, or we'll get distracted and it won't happen. So,
why? Do you like foresee an event happening? Are you in the loop on something?
No, I mean, there's other things going on in the world around us. I know that. I just don't know. Is it going to impact us? I don't.
What's everyone else think?
I mean, I think that potentially you could send a note to the Wicker Goat and tell the wizard guy to meet you. Well, No, that wouldn't necessarily work. I was gonna say after the fireworks guy meeting, but that may not work.
Yeah,
No,
that'd be so late,
it's
super late.
still like 2 hours though. Like, you guys would think we could plan murder in 2 hours?
It's just like this would be a real rushed murder. No, it's like where we're gonna murder him is really far away. I could send Wally with a note like, "Hey, meet me over here instead."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that could work.
I've pecked a late night picnic or something. I don't. Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
that, and then commit murder tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All
All right,
right.
that's what we'll do, and then
All right.
Yeah, sounds
And
good.
then we'll get there. Garuda and Afro will hide. I'll jump down in the water, and then when you guys kill him and push him off, I'll drag him under and hide him, and then meet you back at the end later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep,
Alright.
sounds good. All right, let's do it.
I can do.
Yeah, 16 is a hit.
So that's not for the radiant this time. I just didn't untick it. Just 5 damage.
Okay. Oh yeah, he is bloodied.
Well, yeah, so am I.
How's Vesh doing?
Well, he's grappled and restrained. But he's got the dwarf down to low hit points, so that's alright.
Alrighty. Yeah, back to this guy. He kind of moves to the center, and he just starts sort of like spinning you around, like through the gravel, kind of deal. And we'll just go ahead and do a hand axe attack to represent that.
Yeah, that's me down.
All right. And as he finishes kind of spinning you through the gravel, sending like blood-caked stones like skittering along the nasty mildewed planks of the establishment, you eventually kind of stop struggling and stop moving. And he just sort of lets go of you, and the momentum of it just kind of sends you like sliding along the edge of the pit. And he just kind of puts his axe back in its little holsters and kind of nods at the crowd, and there's some cheering and all that jazz. Yeah, you are bandaged with a healer's kit, so there's no risk of dying or anything like that, and kind of dragged up out of the ring. All right. Guy goes, collects some winnings, goes to the bar, does this thing.
I forgot to ask, how much does it cost to put my name down to actually fight?
Oh, yeah, you don't have to pay to fight.
Oh, you don't?
Which is,
okay.
Yeah. Not at this place. It's very informal. You basically bet on yourself, and if you lose, then you lost money, and if you win, then you made some money. But yeah, there's some money exchanging hands, that sort of thing. Yeah, that is the end of that.
Oh, also, during our murder planning session, I'm gonna say that took at least 10 minutes, and I'm gonna say that everybody in that meeting gets 5 temporary hit points for
5 temporary hit points. I got you. Okay.
That's actually good.
Smart.
Crash, so I'm gonna take out a piece of parchment, and I'm gonna write a note on it, and I'm gonna tie it to Wally's what the fuck do birds have?
Legs?
Yes, sure. I was trying to think of the name of their feet, but I don't know.
Talons.
Talons, that's the word I was looking for. I tie it to his talons, and I'm gonna send him off to go and fly and deliver a note to
As you go to tie it to his talon, he uses his other talon to sort of move your hand up towards his ankle. as if to be like, no, here, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I tie it there.
And then he gives you a little pat with his wing. All right. Alrighty.
Do you want me to tell you what it says? Or you want me to just write it out to you?
Either one works.
Okay, I'll just write it out to you.
Poor Vesh.
That awkward thing where you look at someone but you don't want them to know that you're looking at them. Like keeps looking down at Vesh. Vesh lost.
Oh, well, you don't have to be too nervous because Vesh is unconscious. So
yeah, he's still doing it though. Even though Vesh can't see him, he's still doing it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they sort of like propped Vesh up against a bench here and like put his arms in his lap, sort of thing. Head elevated so he doesn't, choke on his tongue, kind of thing. All right. So another match gets underway. People beating each other up. So what are you guys up to now?
Hey, Garuda, maybe we should take Vesh and put him up in the room and leave him up there tonight.
Yeah, let him sleep it off.
You want me to carry him?
No, I'll drag most of him, but I need some help.
Okay, I'll help.
So we'll put Vesh to bed upstairs.
Okay. Sounds good.
He's gonna wake up feeling better than he ever has in the morning.
And Locke will approach the barbarian and ask the barbarian if I could hire him as a guard for tonight.
Which barbarian? The dwarf?
Yeah, the one that just beat up Vesh.
Yeah, I mean, you go up and approach him, and Bloody Bjorn is drinking, and he seems to have some weird like fried dough thing going on in like a very mildewy looking basket, and he just is intent on his food and drink. So what do you say to him?
So Vorn, we need a guard for tonight. You really did a good job on that Dragonborn. Are you for hire for tonight?
Bjorn kind of looks side eye at you and says, "What kind of trouble could you possibly be getting into on this fine evening?"
Nothing. We're just gonna leave that Dragonborn here, and I need somebody to keep an eye on him, make sure he's okay while we're gone.
You want me to babysit?
Yeah, I think it'd be funny too if when he wakes up he sees you there.
I'm not one to ridicule a foe what's done tried their best. Besides that, I am not here for the evening. I have work to do. But I appreciate you taking an interest in me. You might say that now I've taken a bit of an interest in you as well.
Interesting.
Yes, it is interesting that I'm interested in you being interested in me. And
it's very interesting that you're interested in me, that I'm interested in you, that you're interested in me.
Mm-hmm.
Good fight.
Yeah, perhaps I'll see you around. A turtle this far from Schultz is quite a sight.
Strange things are happening.
Aye, they sure are. And he eats his garlic knot.
Oh, dude, that sounds delicious right now.
Yeah, you're like, what? We got diarrhea and this dude got garlic knots? Like, what the hell? All right. So what's the plan here?
Well, I guess. I mean, what time is it? Should we go ahead and head to the leap?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh
We should
yeah,
try to be there early. I need to accumulate like a picnic basket, a blanket, lay the scene.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Nice bottle of wine.
all right.
Maybe either take Vesh's stuff with you or leave Wally and someone that on guard because he's going to be KO for the next like 4 hours probably.
Hey, Jenna, maybe you should put some sleeping potion or something in that wine.
That's not something I have, or have access to.
Wait, didn't Noxus have like a bottle of unicorn wine or some shit?
I mean, he probably does on his person.
Now we gotta find this NPC and murder him for the unicorn wine.
Yeah.
So is your plan to go and get the things you need for your romantic evening, or what's the plan here? You're just
The
gonna have a
The plan is to get like a picnic basket, a blanket,
okay.
some sandwiches, some fruits, grapes, cheeses. The kind of thing like when you show up and you're like, oh, look at this nice picnic.
Oh,
There's no
like
way I could get.
when
There's
that
no
girl
way I could get
from your
murdered
history
here.
class asked you to come over and study for the exam, but you get there and there's like an ice cold 6-pack of beer, and there's no textbooks around. I got you. I mean, I've heard that's something that can
You
happen.
talk from experience, dude.
Yeah, that's fine. Love you, Bahama Princess. I hope you're doing well in life. Yeah, I can see that working. Okay.
Like I just want him to like get there and be like, yeah, there's no way I get murdered here. Like one of those scenes.
Oh, gotcha. There's no way I can get murdered here. One of those scenes. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying.
What does one of those scenes look like?
I'm digging deep into my maps trying to find a good map for this because I have a really great cliff map, but I do not have it loaded because I didn't think anybody would ever get killed here. So I didn't think to preload it. So give me a second while I dig it out of the archive.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, but that's
And
not the
also,
one.
I would like to squeeze a short rest in there, in between there.
Okay.
Well,
Well, Locke has paid generously 2 gold so that you guys could have the double for the night. At those prices, Locke, one would assume that you were staying at a really nice place. But you, as someone in the industry, understand that the premium you're paying is for the no questions asked policy that this establishment uses. Like, this isn't a shitty place that has cheap prices to compensate for being shitty. This is a shitty place that has pricey prices that ensure privacy, as it were. All right. So you guys are getting all that together. Why don't we do a 5-minute break while I give myself 5 minutes to find this map. Otherwise, I'll go with my less cool map for this one. But that'll give anybody a chance to refresh drink. Any final preparations you want to make. The letter has been delivered. Wally communicates to you in his manner that the guy seems pretty excited about it.
Ooh, daddy. We gonna be murdering people. Alright, I'll be right back then. We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Okay. Ah, there it is. Okay. Not as cool as I remember it. Oh well.
Yeah, I really like that we picked the dive too, because I imagine him being like, "Hey, have you heard of the dive? What's the dive?" And they're like, "Oh, some girl invited you to the dive. You know what that means?" Like type thing.
Right, because he's not a local.
Yes, he's probably asking around about it.
Yeah, they'll be like, you mean the leap? Oh yeah, you're gonna get laid tonight, Sonny. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, damn it, I called it the dive. I'm sorry. It's a lovely. Hopefully he finds it.
No, he just goes to this shitty bar instead.
Yeah, I was like the dive. So she's,
Yeah, that's what I was
just gonna
thinking.
have him come to the place. Okay, that's cool. Whatever works, I guess. One of the weirdest things about Saltmarsh as a campaign is it's less like Pirates of the Caribbean and it's more like Pirates of North Florida. Like as far as like the climate and everything goes, and the setting, it's like all swampy and gross and stuff. But like I kind of dig it, because like Skull and Shackles is very like Pirates of the Caribbean and it's fun and everything, but it also kind of has that, you know, it's been done before kind of thing, like feel to it, where it's like, yeah, Pirates in the Caribbean, that happens. So yeah, I kind of dig it that it's a little bit more interesting. All right. Do I have any stone benches? Just the worst DM ever. I just don't have any of the stuff I need whenever I need it. Can't wait until this is all just hooked up to my brain and we just Ready Player One this shit.
Lol.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Agreed.
D&D, perfect virtual reality. It's gonna be so insane.
Is that a thing someone's working on?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the future, homie.
Yeah, augmented reality is what most people are putting their money into as far as entertainment goes, because it's already pretty good, as lame as it seems, and it's just going to get better and better and better. So
yeah, so now you know how to get rid of Vesh. Instead of getting him drunk, just beat the shit out of, that'll do. You won't even be mad. He'll wake up feeling the best he's felt in ages.
Yeah. Let's see. And then we'll throw some of these guys in here. That'll look nice.
Man, I'm just so happy that I'm in Skiv's War. I'm no longer playing the guy that needs to have secrets kept from him. Like, oh.
Go.
I think it's like his alignment 100% is lawful evil, and the reason for that is basically he believes in honor and justice and all that sort of thing, but he has his own definitions for those, which are definitely not the typical ones. But one of the few laws that even an evil person could agree with is, murder is probably not a good idea to just be something that goes around all the time.
Well, every time
maybe.
Everything you do, right, is something that you like, butterfly effect kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're basically putting, you're putting cause and effect into play with everything you do. Like going out into the wild and killing some bad guys, that's whatever. But doing stuff in town, you always have to wonder like who saw, what's going on, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think we got enough stuff here. It's just, it's got some ruins and shit. Well, it'll be fine. So let's see. Throw a moon in there. We'll be good to go. Template, moonlight, blop. Sweet. Okay. So let me grab yo minis. Is it just going to be Vesh is staying behind, or are all the aminals staying behind? Like you bringing animals
we're
on
leaving
your...
all the animals with
Yeah.
Vesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Which is great because he's not keen on them.
So he's gonna wake up
he's
covered
just
in
not-
like freaking parrot shit and with a cat asleep on his chest.
And he's probably gonna have fleas.
Hey, at least he doesn't have
Jenna's-
any hair to get fleas in. Yeah.
Jenna's hope is that you grow a liking to the cat, so she doesn't have to take care of so many fucking pets.
Why did you get him if you don't want to take care of him?
Because the parrot would have been depressed. I would have had a depressed parrot if I didn't take the cat.
Why did you
Like,
need the parrot?
because I'm trying to be a pirate captain. I need a parrot.
Why don't you just have a parrot familiar?
Because when I chose Jenna's art, Wally was already sitting on my head, and it was perfect.
Oh, oh dear.
Parrot familiar was considered, but then I got
Alright.
offered an actual parrot, and then I guessed the right mimic chest to get it. So
Here, Vesh,
Yeah,
I
it
got a
was,
picture
that's
for you to sum up your experience. There you go. Alrighty. So let me grab everybody else then that is going on this hot date. It's a lot of people for one date, but you know, it's cool. Maybe he's into that. I don't know.
well, it's just gonna be me. They're gonna be hiding in a tree.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you guys are over here. Where that light brown, like rocky part is, that is 100-foot drop.
Okay.
Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Yep. Yeah, Locke's
there-
dead. See. Yep. Yeah, Locke dead.
No, is there like a like an outcropping of a rock or something just past the edge, or is it a sheer drop all the way around?
I mean, it's known for being a pretty sheer drop. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
guys want me to wait in the water or what?
Just to remind you of what you're dealing with. There you go.
I mean, can't turtles dive? I thought.
Well, yeah, I could probably dive in, I think. Or I can climb halfway down maybe and dive in or whatever. We have time, but do you want me to be in the water?
I thought you were gonna just drag the body away after we disposed of it in the water.
Alright. So maybe I
Um,
should stay up here and just stay out of the way, and when you're done, I'll jump in the water and take care of it. In case you need help. Because that's a pretty far drop down there.
Yeah.
It really is, and definitely not something you should try to climb. Because if I was a DM, that would be like a DC 30 athletics check.
It is
safely climb down there.
rough cliff, yeah.
I drew out my picnic blanket over here.
Where?
Right here. Well, actually, it should probably be within 60 feet.
Which way is this?
Well,
Which way is this guy gonna come
my
from?
short bow will go up to 80. So
And on this particular
okay.
map, north is the top of the map. Just so you guys know.
And the trail.
You realize
from
this
the
whole
city-
thing is like depending on a turtle in armor's stealth check, right? Like,
I don't think the turtle has armor. I think
don't
you make
have
it.
armor.
you don't have armor.
I
Oh,
don't have.
excellent.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But I bet you still only have like 10 decks, right?
Here, this is the path from the town. There you go.
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Not bad. Not bad.
So you guys hide in that tree.
The
Yeah.
map that I was thinking of was way too like human sacrifice to be like a a location that locals would go to for fun. So, but I
Yeah,
did find.
I'll be able to hit him.
Yeah.
From here. And so Brutus should too.
Yeah,
Saying it's very important that you one-shot him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try.
Question: was it Vesh who gave out blessings, or was it Locke?
No,
Vesh did it. Was the last one who did it.
oh, Locke, can you bless us? Just in case. Wait,
He
I think
lasts for a minute,
that only lasts a minute. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
can
real
Bane.
complicated to.
I can cast Bane, but I think there's a range. I'm gonna be hiding over here.
Yeah, and he would know.
Okay, now Locke, it is really dark out, and turtles do not have dark vision. So that is something to keep in mind. And I guess Afro as well, right? Or Garuda too. Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
it
I
is.
mean, if there's
It's
moonlight.
you can you can see what you can see,
Jenna's
but I'm
in
just
the line
saying
of
that
fire
yeah,
over here.
dim light is disadvantage to perception checks that involve your vision. So just kind of keep that in mind.
So,
Yeah, Jenna's just gonna gather some twigs and then light a small fire over here to illuminate the area, or the close area, the immediate
Gotcha.
area.
I can put some rocks around you, Jenna, and cast light on them, and then you'll have a bunch of light around you.
I mean, the
Is that
fire
too
is
obvious?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, I'll just like gather some twigs, use prestidigitation, light the flame. Small little campfire going.
What's the range on those goggles, Crash?
It just gives you dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we're trying to see if this guy shows up. Is what we're waiting for now. It's my understanding of this.
Yep.
Oh yes, yes we are.
Okay.
Can Vesh see what's going on? I kind of feel bad for him.
Oh yeah, we should probably give Vesh a mini just so he knows what's going on. That's a good
I can
point.
see you guys clicking and highlighting areas on them, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that real quick, and let's see. Drag your mini onto the map, Vesh. You just kind of spectate since they abandoned you.
Jenna, maybe you want to move that blanket back a little bit away from the edge.
Here you go, Jenna. I'll get you a picnic blanket.
Thank you. Oh,
Oh,
We'll make it. There you go.
Is that a log there in the middle, or is that those are the stone benches?
Yeah,
right?
this is like ruins. I mean, Forgotten Realms is old place. So just about everything has ruins, kind of just scattered around. These ruins have sort of been repurposed into like benches, where people could sit and watch the waves and feel sad and all that jazz. Alrighty. Yeah, everybody's getting in position. Everybody's good to go. Got it. All right. So let me go grab this poor unsuspecting guy, because I'm pretty sure, like he's circus folk. There's a cute girl in town. She wants the exotic wizard. He's used to it, so he'll.
can we come up with like with a
his-
code word or something to know when to fire?
as soon as I've got his spell book in my hand, that's when you go for it.
Oh, so you're not going to do like the initial date and follow up later? Like you're just going to go for it this time?
Yeah.
Got
He
it.
decided to.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we thought about it, and so you see, you just scared timelines into Rurik or into Locke
Oh.
so much. He was like, if we don't kill him tonight, You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
I mean, that's literally the life, though. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly. Like, but he's like, some event might be triggered. We gotta kill him tonight, so we kill him tonight.
Okay.
Grab life by the horns.
Hey, it's
Whatever
not
that
I'm not killing him.
Yeah, just searching and murder.
Okay. I'm sure this will be fine. Everything will be fine. Fine. I just need, man. I didn't know if you were really going to go through with this, so I got to grab all these stats real quick, just in case. So we got to get his familiar.
Yeah, we were joking in strategy chat. Like, this guy's like a level 12 wizard. Like, he gets hit with an arrow, and then chain lightnings us all, and that wakes up to a new party. Like,
I mean, it could happen. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. So time passes, and eventually, this individual who did you catch his name at any point?
I think I did when we met at the picnic, but man, these sessions are just so damn early. I take bad
You
notes.
caught the name of his raven. The raven's name was Xavier.
Just call him Mystery Man. It'll turn him out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mystery Man. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, as he approaches, like, Jenna wants to like immediately get his attention.
You know what? We do need to check, though. We need to check before he arrives. Who else is up here schnogging on this quiet night? Because this is a pretty popular destination. So, Jenna, call out high or low. If you get the high or low roll, there's nobody here. But if you don't, then I've got to randomly generate some peeps that might be here as well, which would add some complications to things.
Can I cast guidance? Can I guidance her?
You cannot guidance a high or low roll.
Oh, what do you mean? I add an extra D4.
This is just luck of the draw. So call high or low and roll a d20.
Hi. All right.
Look at the draws up
Going
here.
for high.
Hi. All right. So yeah, for whatever reason, despite it being a beautiful evening, maybe people are drawn towards all the festivities of the carnival, or they're just worn out from the day. But you guys are the only ones up here tonight. Eventually, a raven a raven arrives and perches in this nearby tree. The raven, kind of looks around. So I will roll a perception check for it, because that's what you do when you're a wizrobe, is you have your familiar check shit out before you get there. Interesting. Can I get some stealth checks from everybody?
Good ones, please.
Damn.
I mean, I'm just
invisible.
I'm kind of sitting on this bench. I'm not. You know.
Okay. Yeah, Garuda, the raven looks right at you.
I mean, Garuda's a bird in a tree. There's nothing suspicious about that at all.
Yeah, but a man-sized bird in a tree.
All right.
Caw.
Yeah. So it sees you, and it's just staring at you. And ravens are pretty big. So yeah, this thing is, kind of sitting there in the branches of the tree. They're kind of swaying under its bulk. Afra has no idea that you're there.
I may not know the answer to this, but would a wizard know if his familiar died?
Yes. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a connection between them.
Okay.
And I'm sure this would be something that Jenna may have explained.
I probably should have explained
She
it while
wanted it
hope.
as a distraction before.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Just talk to it in bird, Garuda. Just bird the tree.
Yeah. Caw.
All right. Jenna, from a ways away, you receive a whispered message as per the spell. And it says, is there a reason you're bird friend is hanging out in a tree, and there is a turtle sitting alone on a bench.
Turtle's doing something obscene over there, just by himself.
I don't know what the turtle's doing. It's a bird in a tree.
There is a pause, and the voice says, again via the message cantrip, I see. I. Hmm.
I don't see what is the matter, love.
Go ahead and give him a persuasion roll. Because he's definitely getting, like this thing won the archery contest, so there was a lot of talk about him, for sure. So like, yeah, like people, people at the festival probably would have easily gotten around that, like, oh yeah, this is a thing.
Wait, so I'm just confused. How does he? So like the Raven can't communicate telepathically, right? That's what we realized. So unless he like is using its senses, I don't know. It's kind of dicey.
I mean, that's 100% what he would have done. Yeah, like if you're going to scout out an area, you find a safe place, you hunker down, and you go into the senses of your familiar.
Okay.
You understand that you're trying to rob / murder a wizard, so wizards are generally really smart. That's the
Sounds
whole
good.
point of the whole thing about a wizard. This isn't just like some, Chad bro sorcerer that you're trying to rob. I just want to make sure that you understand that.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. All right. The guy, let's see. Yeah, the guy says, I just thought we'd be alone, that's all. I asked around and they said that this place was, romantic.
Yes, I mean he's just a bodyguard. I mean he won't interfere or bother with us at all.
A bodyguard? Do you have something to fear from me?
Not from you, no, but from others.
I
My
mean,
name has
if you're
has
so
enemies.
fearful, then perhaps we could simply walk back to town. I could walk you home. Where are you staying?
I mean, I prepared this nice picnic. It would be a shame to waste it.
All right, you could try another persuasion, but this will be at disadvantage.
Guidance.
Oh no.
Oof. Oh, yeah. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm getting a bad feeling. I don't think it's safe even for you to be here.
A bad feeling?
Please.
Do I
I'm
see
right
him?
down the road. Yeah, you can see him. He's like 120 feet away from Jenna along the road. So he's what, like 100 feet off the map, south of you, south of where his token is. It's about 100 feet down the road.
And he's talking to Jenna purely through whispered messages. So
Right, he's just using message. Yeah.
yeah, she's the only one that's hearing this whole conversation.
Yeah.
But Garuda, you do see that he is just sort of standing there on the road alone.
Let me see here. I mean, if you don't want to partake, it would be quite a shame. Thought it would be a lovely evening.
I did too when I thought that it might just be the two of us. And you see, I think now Jenna, you would probably see this bird over here when it kind of lets loose a bit of a squawk slash scream slash cry slash raveny sound.
I mean, I could have him lead us then.
A croak, as it were.
And Jenna calls out, Garuda, please give us some time.
And I will. Yes, my lady. Fly over here.
I sent him away.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should go. And you see the form kind of turn and begin heading back down the road, and the raven kind of just lets out a loud croak and begins to take flight.
Locke runs over and just starts beating on Jenna. Just starts slapping her around.
Oh my god! Who is this man?
All right. Okay. So go ahead and give me a performance check. Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I can assist him to
Well,
make
Locke,
it look like I'm getting beat up better.
I need to know. There's a difference between pretending like you're beating on someone and actually beating up someone.
There's slaps that you could hear them pretty loud.
I mean, I don't know. Let's see those actual attack rolls then.
Oh, just what kind of attack? Just I'm not.
You tell me. You're the bandit. You're the mugger. Well, you tell me.
All right. I don't want to lose claws, so just 1d4, right?
Unarmed attacks are just 1 damage.
Unarmed attack is just a single point of damage unless you're using your claws.
1 plus strength.
Yeah.
So, 1 plus strength. All right. So, strength is 3. Modifier is 3. So add this to. So.
That hits.
12.
All right. 12. What's your strength modifier?
3.
3.
It should actually be 14. I think. Yeah. Because you get a proficiency on unarmed strikes.
Yeah, so Jenna, you take 4 points of damage as Locke comes with surprising speed for a turtle. Now they're actually pretty quick. It comes like just barreling towards you. Like
he is as well. He's got mobile.
Yeah, 300 pounds of turtle comes barreling at you and just cold clocks you in the fucking face. Now you can make, with advantage, you can make a performance check for your scream of surprise and pain.
13.
13. Damn, this guy's got some hot shit rolls tonight. All right, Afra, you see the form of this guy illuminated by the moon kind of stop as he hears the scream, and the bird that was getting ready to leave does not. He's going to go ahead and roll some initiative.
Oh god, dude, this is not the assassination we were looking for. You're the one that flubbed stealth.
Completely true. I really did. I got a 10 on it, dude.
I should have.
I feel like you had like this really good hiding spot, but you just got kind of like stiff and like you just craned your neck up out of the foliage to kind of get some fresh air and look around. And as you turned your head, there was the fucking raven.
I'm just confused about how our rogue and our dex fighter, neither of them have stealth proficiency. That's just crazy to me.
Afra did great on stealth. What are you talking about?
I did. I just don't have proficiency.
There are different kinds of rogues.
I can't click my token for some reason.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I can hit the initiative button for
like
you.
I can move my token, but I can't click it.
Weird. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. How about now?
Nope. Whenever I click it, nothing comes up.
Oh.
Oh no! Wait. I'm on the measure thing. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No problem. Go ahead and roll your initiative. Yeah, go ahead and roll your
I'm
initiative.
Good now.
All right, so this dude, bro, is 100 feet off the map. Even though I provided this huge map for you, you set up at the very edge of it, which is just classic player behavior. So, like a cat who poops in the cat box as soon as it's clean. That is player characters. All right, so Garuda, you are up first. You are ordered to fly away, but then you hear that Jenna's being attacked, and you turn, and there is Locke, and he's beating the hell out of Jenna.
So I want to purposely miss.
Okay.
Wait.
You're gonna try to shoot at Locke as close as possible, but miss. Is that what you're saying? I'm not trying to lead the witness here. I'm just trying to understand what the.
Yeah. Because he already knows I'm there. I mean, he doesn't think I flew away that far, I'm guessing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm going to try to share a lock, but miss. On purpose. That's the thing I could do.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an attack roll. This is just like at the archery contest.
Seriously.
Wow. Yeah, so I'll check the card, but I'm pretty sure narratively I know exactly what just happened.
I just killed Lock. I just shot Lock in the fucking brain. Just fucking one shot fucking Lock. I can't help it, dude.
Thank God you
All
didn't hit the
right.
sharpshooter button.
Yeah, Locke, you just took 9 points of damage as an arrow goes right into your armpit.
Ah. So if I would have said I purposely trying to hit Lock, would I not hit him then, or?
Correct. You might have just gotten the normal effect of this, which was damage to your bow. But I feel like this is much more appropriate since you specifically were trying to get as close to Locke as possible without hitting him. Afra, things are going a little differently than the plan, for sure.
Okay. Am I still stealth? And also...
Yeah, you are still stealth. You are stealth
Okay.
until you take another action. Yep.
Okay. Well, can I move while stealthed, or if I move, or is that gonna?
That is a higher level rogue ability. So in 5e,
yeah.
you'd have to move and then restealth.
Okay. So. It's saying I'm disconnected for some reason. How far away from the dude am I?
About 100 at least 100 feet.
Yeah.
So it was like 150 because he's at the bottom of the map there, but he's like not on.
Yeah.
Oh wait! I'm double checking. In the movement section,
you can move sneaky at half speed. I think.
Yeah, you can move sneaky at half. Yeah, you can move sneaky at half speed. Higher level rogues can do it without penalty.
Okay. So if I use my cunning action bonus dash, but only go 30 feet.
Okay.
How far away from him am I then?
1, 2, 3. Let's see, 30 feet. So 15. 100 minus 15, so he would be 85 feet from you if you move to like the edge of these trees.
Just hold your action for when he gets in range, I guess. You can do that.
Yeah, but he might run away.
Yeah, he might.
He's gonna try and save me.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm hoping
maybe
too.
Beat the shit out of me.
Or maybe he thinks Garuda's got it covered.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a fucking shot, dude. Straight to the fucking fuck off our hoe. Who do you think you is?
I'm kind of afraid that he might think Garuda's got it covered. I'm wondering if I should take a shot at disadvantage.
If you do that, you can't sneak attack.
Oh, that's
Even if
right.
you're
I
hidden.
can't. Well, I
Yeah.
can't anyway because nobody's.
Well, you can if you're hidden.
Oh, okay.
You get advantage for hiding, but as soon as you get disadvantage to
Okay.
cancel that sneak attack.
Okay. All right. Well, I will hold my action in case he comes in range.
All right, Jenna, what are you gonna do? Someone just your perception is not that great, right? So,
no,
or is it
terrible?
Yeah. So apparently, someone is trying to kill you or Locke.
Oh my god! Help us! Jenna's just gonna. Yeah, I can't. grab my mini.
Did you just fling this beautiful, like,
Dude, I know,
picnic
and it's
basket?
like super lagging. I can't even
Hey,
grab
wait
my
a second. Can Locke use a reaction to grab Jenna by the hair?
That would
Jen-
be a grapple action. So.
Oh, okay. No.
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well,
But if she
could
tries to
grapple,
run
you
away.
could grappled her
gonna
instead of
get
cold clocking her in the
no.
chin, but
He's gonna get an opportunity attack on me when I try to run away from him.
oh, that's
like,
true.
Help
You want to try to grab her? Go ahead.
Yeah, I would try to grab her or attack
Okay.
her.
I guess you could fail on purpose, but you'd have to make it convincing.
Yeah. Do you want to do a performance check to see if you could fake being?
No, I'm going.
No,
I'm going for it.
I'll just rely on my athletics.
Yeah, which is,
Okay. Well, the
This is
rolls
where you
have
roll
been
nat
real
20.
Oh my god, it's the saddest thing. As you go to run, he grabs you, and like you manage to make it almost to the full length of your hair, and he ends up untwining your braid as he pulls, and he's only barely hanging on to like the very edge of your hair with that very sad athletics check. I thought you had +3 strength.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
you
that
do
have been
have
a
a
12?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit better than that. But yeah, he ends up grabbing you by the hair and kind of pulls free your braid, and he's grabbing your braid. You're unable to run away. It hurts pretty bad. Anybody that's had their hair pulled either feels great or it feels bad. So just throwing that out there.
I'm gonna make
yeah.
a unarmed attack against Locke.
Okay.
If it hits,
So
it will hit
that's-
a mighty 0. Let's get a
Roll
nat 20.
1d20.
Okay.
So 13 hit you?
No.
No. No.
I mean, you hit him, but it's just like, it makes like a
Oh,
dong sound. Yeah, as you hit 300 pounds. Do give me another performance check with advantage, because there's a lot of things helping this seem pretty real.
This is the sort of shit show
Yeah.
that can only
Yeah.
happen.
I'm sorry, but I had the bird come out, and it rolled a perception, and it got like 19 or something on its perception, and he was looking through its eyes, and then he goes and he does like an insight against her thing, and he got like, I don't know, an 18 or a 19 on that, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. And like, then I was like, go ahead and try your persuasion again with disadvantage because he's suspicious, and that got flubbed, and he was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm a freaking Forgotten Realms Sword Coast Carnival man. Like, I obviously know my shit, or I wouldn't be alive still. But then Locke came out and cold clocked you in the face, and then your bodyguard legit shot him. So obviously you are in danger. Locke, it's your turn.
So Locke really loudly says, "I'm tired of hearing you. Just please man up here and making them just go off and pleasure. I'm tired of hearing it. You're gonna do that for me now, and I'm gonna drag her away."
Oh, jeez. Okay.
This got dark.
So you start caveman dragging her away. Okay.
It wasn't a murder part thing. I mean, it got dark either. So.
Well, you can only move half your speed when you do
Yeah, half your speed, bro.
That's still 20 feet.
So it's 20 feet, right?
All right. And
Well, you could dash as well, and then you'd be able to drag her the whole
I
distance.
could. I'm just wondering if I'm gonna get hit with another arrow.
no, you won't, because I'll have taken my shot at him by then.
All right, I'm gonna drag
And then
another
you're
20
gonna
feet.
shoot
Then I'm gonna dash and move another 20 feet with Jenna in tow.
Okay.
I didn't roll initiative for Wally, but Wally's just aiding the performance, like trying to batter the
All right.
turtle away.
The mage's turn. Judging from his silhouette after it, looks like he's trying to decide what to do next. He's going to make a personal morality check.
They'll be like,
This
help
way
her,
he
you
has
fool.
Spell sniper, and this way he has spell sniper, and he can just fire a bolt from that far away.
I hope not.
All right.
He makes ooze. He's no spell sniper.
With some resolution, he lowers his head and begins running up the road towards you guys.
Yay.
So he uses his speed of 30. He is now 70 feet off the map.
Okay, and I am close enough to shoot him now?
Yes, because you moved essentially 15 more feet off the map. So yeah, he is just within range of your spell. Do you want or not spell, your shot, if you want to take it. Do you want to take it or do you want to wait?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
All right.
'Cause
He
is
has
he
no
in-
idea that you were there, so this is at advantage. And if it hits, it will be a sneak attack.
Okay,
Kill him. Come on.
I'm gonna do my best. Okay.
You have got
I'm gonna
advantage.
pull up
So
everything.
yeah, this is where we want you to nat 20. It'd be perfect. It'd be the first one.
It's a
we've
real good
got.
time for a nat 20.
Oh, they still hit.
It's a 20.
All right. Yeah. You hit the dude for 11 points of damage, and he is spun around by the impact of the blow in his footing, and he kind of slams his loose foot down. Gravel kind of skitters up. Trench coat flaps are kind of going, and he looks around to see who did it. Now you did fire, so
Yeah.
that would
Bonus action
end,
hide.
that would end stealth though as you did that. But go ahead and give me a hide check just in case, a stealth check with your bonus
Okay.
action.
Yeah.
Well, wait. This was a reaction though, so you don't have
Yeah,
a
it was a
chance at this
reaction.
point.
It was, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. I can't.
okay. So seeing that apparently this Jenna woman is being targeted by a lot of attackers, he is going to try his damnedest to help her out. He looks over at you and he casts magic missile at you after.
Wait, didn't he do a check? Was that-
I thought he
Remember,
dashed.
because you used your reaction to attack,
Well, fucking magic
missile,
dude.
you don't have a chance. Yeah, you don't have a chance to re-stealth or anything. So you are.
But didn't he dash? I thought he dashed.
No, I said he started running towards. He moved 30
okay.
feet, and I said, "Do you want to wait or do you want to take the shot?" And you said you took the shot.
Okay.
Nice.
He would have dashed if he had kept going.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you wanted to wait or if you wanted to take the shot. So he kind of skids to a stop. The arrow kind of sticking out of his arm, his shoulder a bit, and he looks over, and dimly illuminated by the moon is this ninja assassin, and yeah, he summons forth magic missile at the second level. So
Okay.
that's happening.
What does that do?
It basically he looks like one of them little Gundam robots, and as he sweeps his hand in front of his face, a bunch of bluish purple balls of light appear, and then with little light trails, they begin to fly towards you like heat-seeking missiles out of a robot anime. In total, there are 4 such missiles, and they unerringly will strike you unless you can cast the shield spell to protect yourself.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, so this is 4 separate hits are coming at you. Here we go. Here's the first missile, the second missile, the third missile, and the fourth missile. Looks like a grand total
13.
of 13 points of damage.
I'm still up.
Yes.
All right. And that is his turn. Let's see. Yeah, that was his action, and then that was
That was
a
next turn.
yeah. So that was his move, and then an action, because his turn was interrupted. Bonus action. Nope, he can't use that because he cast a spell that was not a cantrip this round. So the Raven's turn. All right, the Raven is going to fly over to you, Afra, and just try to stay on you, basically. So it's just going to circle around you, follow you, just try to be up in your business. Garuda. Apparently, there are other assassins trying to kill people as well. It is a crazy night.
All right.
What are you going to do?
I'll see the dude, and I'll
Do you guys want me to just extend the map so we don't have to do this off the map thing, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, if you don't mind.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Let's see.
This guy's going to be shocked out of his mind in a second when
He's
Jenna and Locke just suddenly just go right business time.
All right, let's see.
As far as you know, Locke's trying to help the guy.
Damn, dude. This went to.
That's what I mean. Stuff can only
Why is
go
murder
to
so
shit this
hard?
badly.
All right.
You know what would have
Trying
been an
my
easy
best
way to murder him?
to magically grow the map for
Get
you
him
guys.
into get him into bed and then like murder him in bed. You know, like
Yeah,
We were thinking about that too, but
in any game with RNG, the more people you involve, the more shit can go wrong. Is generally the rule of thumb. All right, I think that'll work. Yeah, there we go. So he is what we said, 70 feet back from where he was. So let's see. Yeah, we'll put him right there. And then you were right at the edge of the tree line, so we'll put you like right there, and that would still put you in range for you to have taken that shot. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Right. Because your range is 80.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
kind of takes about well, not really, 150, I swear.
All right. So there we go. I extended the map for y'all. All right. Now what?
So we would have talked about this before. If this dude dies before Jenna has his book, can Jenna still pick it up or no?
I don't see
Yeah.
why not.
Yeah,
Let's
okay, fair
not
enough.
let it disappear.
you don't even know if he has his book with him. Though.
That's a true point. We do not, but at this point, it's all or nothing. So, I'm going for the hand cannons.
Okay, so you kind of fly up a bit, Cacaw style, illuminated beautifully by the moon. You raise your bazooka, and you take aim. All right, yeah, a 12 is not enough. He apparently has some sort of magical protection.
And I'm gonna action surge and take another shot.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh
Ah.
man.
All right, as these two missiles just impact, doosh, doosh, at the ground next to this guy, he is like, you can see it on his face, Afra. He's like, yeah, she's hot and she's in trouble, but she ain't worth all that shit. You can just see it kind of play across his face, like, nope, 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 nope.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Wait. Where am I?
Anything else from Garuda?
Nah, this one I'm done. I can't do anything else.
Alrighty. Afra, you're up.
Wait. When those attacks, we're not playing around darkness, are we? Can he even see those attacks coming?
I mean,
Can Garuda even see him?
The moon has,
Okay,
has
okay.
lit. Yeah,
Yeah, the moon.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay. All right.
okay.
Just making sure.
All right.
This
Okay,
is your
he's-
first. Hopefully, this is all y'all's first time trying to premeditated murder somebody.
It is.
So I can definitely understand why it's kind of going south a little bit. By the end of this campaign, I wouldn't want to be one of your coworkers, friends, or family. I'm gonna just put that out there. So, Afra, your turn has come back around.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to. What would be better? I could bonus action hide and try to take another shot at him.
You
Or
can,
I
but you
could
got a
bonus
raven
that-
within 5 feet of you, so your hide won't work. You can only hide when you're obscured, and it's literally
Well,
Yeah,
sitting
it's squawking like crazy. Remember, you can only stealth if there's nobody watching you.
Okay.
So you could try
well,
moving behind a tree or whatever kind of deal.
Yeah.
You
Nah.
know,
Okay.
Skyrim style.
Well, in that case, I'll just bonus action dash up to him and stab.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for it. We're murdering. I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
murder.
Okay.
She's
Hell
committed.
yeah. Takes
Okay.
fucking 13 damage from a magic missile. No fear. That's what I like to see.
Okay, that one.
So to clarify, you're with 2 HP. You're gonna charge this.
No,
this
I have
wizard?
7. We had
Oh, you have
temporary hit
7?
points.
Oh, temporary hit points. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 7.
Yeah, then sure. You definitely are more than qualified to handle this.
Yes.
All right, a 13. As you go to attack him, you see that his clothes and trench coat seem to have a slight shimmer of magic as you go to attack, and it deflects the blade. The 16, however, let's see. Yeah, the 16, however, would hit, but seeing you attack, he will go ahead and throw out a shield spell. Raising his armor class to a very high amount.
Gah.
And he looks at you, and he's going to make an intelligence check.
He remembers you from the circus, maybe.
Okay.
I don't think she ever met that opera.
Alrighty. I think that would be it for Afro. That's a full action economy expended.
Yeah.
Jenna, you're up. You're
As a
currently
reaction.
grappled.
Yeah. I mean, I would kind of let go at this point, but
All right. So Locke releases you from the grapple.
Is looking at her spells real quick. Because he just used the shield, so she doesn't want a magic missile.
Frostbite could work
Yep.
if you can get in range.
Let's see here, 30 feet puts me there. He is wow.
Yeah, him moving it back, the opening map kind of like fucked up where he is. Just a little bit, a lot further out of spectate.
Right, it's one thing to hear that someone's 100 feet off the map, but then to see, oh wow, they're actually really far away.
Yeah.
It's gonna put Afro to sleep first.
I mean, that might be okay. You might be protecting me from myself.
That's just 90 feet. I'm gonna cast sleep right there.
If that's 90 feet, right there,
That's
so
not
you
the
would,
center.
yeah, you got to center the spell, man. Or sorry, ma'am.
Okay, wait. I can...
put it on
Yeah.
Afro 2. Just put it on Afro 2.
Yeah,
It
I'll be
targets
okay.
the lowest health person first.
It hits the what?
Lowest start.
It'll
The
take out
lowest
the
health.
lowest health person first.
Wait, if you center it to where this bit is.
You can't. It's
on
too
him.
far.
Yeah.
Just 90.
No, but like move it
Wait.
closer to you so that this bit is on him. Yeah,
Wow.
like that. Oh,
Right.
I'm still in it, but
Yeah, you're still in it.
Rotate that. 90 degrees.
Come
Come on, we gotta do it.
There you go. Rotated it.
It's symmetrical. What's rotating going to do?
So, center is right here. It's just 90 feet from the center.
All right.
I honestly think I'm
All
just in range of it.
Yeah,
to
go
do it
ahead.
perfectly.
Roll the not damage, but the sleep damage.
Does a 24 knock him out?
24. 24 is pretty good. Let me send something over to you real quick.
He is human and not elven, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that would just be some shit, right?
That's supposed to be some shit.
All right. Yeah, I'll post it into general, just how close you came.
Oh my god, dude.
All right.
That's my turn.
Locke, you're up. If you had cast it at the 2nd level, but you don't have
If I
2nd level
had
yet.
the second
Yeah.
level.
It's an ambitious first murder for sure. Locke, you're up.
Locke's going to run and then action dash to there. 80.
Okay.
This is
In
where
a
we're
minute,
screwed in the entire town forever now because he has Dimension Door.
Shut
That'd
up,
be amazing
Tess.
if you did, but
We had Dimension Door, dude. We needed. We're no longer playing Saltmarsh. We need to leave town. Like,
I mean, I have his spell book here, so I am trying to do my best with what I got here. So
Hey man, the wizard's got literally twice as much health as the highest health person in our party.
oh no,
I
totally,
cannot
yeah. I
believe
mean,
he has 40 health. It's insane.
NPCs operate a little bit differently than everybody else. This guy's a mage. I grabbed a mage from the monster manual. This is what they gave me. So
Okay.
I changed the spells to match his spell book. That was the only change I made to him. All right. Is there anything else from Locke? Just come barreling down the road with your bloodied fist and an arrow sticking out of your armpit.
Yeah, they're gonna kill us! Run! I'm gonna yell that out loud.
Okay.
What? How confused is this guy right now?
Oh, very
Let's get him.
confused.
Yeah, he is pretty damn confused. So what he's going to do as his turn comes back around is he's going to bonus action Misty Step and try to get further down the road. So he'll go boof and go 30 feet down the road. Then he's going to try to firebolt Afra.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be a
Good
lot
luck.
of damage if this. Oh, I missed.
All right. And then I guess he will use the rest of his speed to go another 30 feet down the road.
You can't run away from a rogue, even with misstep.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. It is the Raven's turn. The Raven is just going to. Jeez. What could the Raven do? The Raven has a flight speed, I believe, of 50. Yeah. Feel bad that I have that memorized. All right. It is going to fly up and then use a dash to get up in your face, Garuda. It's just kind of flying around you, trying to, like block at you and all that kind of stuff. Garuda, you're up.
I'm gonna fly here. Take another shit. Still be in range. Yeah, take another
Hey,
shot
at least he's
at
had another turn now, so his shield's worn off. Not that he.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He probably has the slots to do another one.
I am not
Oof.
doing good.
Yeah. It just thunks into a nearby tree. Just kind of shakes the tree a little bit with the impact. Arrow shatters. All right. Anything else from Garuda?
No, that's it.
All right, Afra, back to you.
Well, I'm gonna bonus action dash and try and
Okay.
stab him again.
All right.
So, just trying to run away from me. Okay. Oh, I keep. My internet keeps-
Yeah, he's definitely scared. You can see it in
Yeah.
his face that he is like, "Oh shit, I
Yeah.
might die. I'm gonna die here."
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Any way that I can finagle an advantage into this so that I can get.
I mean, if you
advantage.
have somebody did this. I think it was last night. No, Friday night.
Yeah.
They were a rogue with DM inspiration, and they saved it for when they wanted to sneak attack, but they wouldn't normally have had one because DM inspiration gives you advantage, and if you're a rogue, you get sneak attack when you have advantage. So that could definitely do it. But this guy is so keenly aware of you and what you were, that it would be very hard to pull that off. It is a swashbuckler thing to do, though, is to just give yourself advantage. All right, so as you swing on him again, the magic that is in his clothes just kind of ding, like kind of deflects the attack. And
You don't
the
actually get
offhand
both
attack.
anyway because you bonus action dash.
Yeah, you wouldn't get
Oh,
that
I did,
offhand.
didn't I?
So the
Yeah.
guy, he says to you, just quid pro quo kind of thing. Like, look, I don't know why you're doing this, but I don't know you, and there's no reason for this to keep going. I will leave, and you can have the girl. You could rob her. I didn't see anything. I'll even pay. I have money. I will give you some money and potions if you just please let me go. Call off your men.
How much? What do you
Look how bright and happy she sounds when she says that.
I have 40 gold on me right now. 40 gold and three potions, and I will I will drop them as I flee. Just please, just let me go.
Okay.
The great thing is when
All right,
when
Jenna,
he
you're
dies, you get 40 gold. Jenna's gonna move 30 feet. And oh my god, these are so far away.
He Misty stepped and moved last turn, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Now he sees Jenna running towards him as well, on top of it.
I mean, it's really dark, right?
No, it's not. The moon's out and it's lighting everything.
Oh no, yeah, but as Jenna's running, she's just like, "Help me! They're trying to kill me!"
Didn't you just try and cast sleep on him last
The
time?
only thing I'm just imagining fucking Drew Barrymore off a screen.
How would he know that I'm the one that casted that?
That's true.
all right. What you gonna do, Locke?
I'll start off by moving 40 feet,
Okay.
and then let me see here, distance-wise. 80. I could do that. I'm just gonna move and dash again.
Okay. All right. 1, 2.
Run! They're trying to kill me!
God, this is getting real confusing.
Everyone's confused. No one knows what the fuck is going on. Everyone knows this motherfucker has to die.
Everybody.
Someone shot me! Run! Run! Everybody run!
Afra, as an item interacts, he tosses a satchel to the ground. Well, actually, he tosses it towards you. And he goes to run. Do you take an opportunity attack?
No, I'm not gonna.
No?
He's gonna tell everybody.
No,
All right.
he won't. He's scared that we were trying to kill you.
He's going to run towards the cliff.
Oh.
Then he's going to use a dash action and jump off the cliff.
I take
He's
falling
crazy.
damage.
Not necessarily.
Alright.
It depends what he does mid-flight.
Yeah, so he is now plummeting towards the water. 6-second combat rounds. So he falls, 60 feet of the 100 feet as he starts doing that. All right. The Raven. Let's see. The Raven.
He just jumped off the cliff.
Will start flying over here. And the Raven is just crying out, murder! 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 Like as loud as it can. All right, Garuda.
Anyway,
You're
guys,
up.
I've got to go. I will let me know how it goes.
All right.
Okay.
Lord,
see
yeah.
Now, Garuda, you have lost sight of him because this is a sheer cliff face over here. So he has leaped off and is
Where's the
kind of
Raven
heading
at?
down. The Raven is flying above Jenna and crew over here.
I fucking. God.
Yeah, you
fuck
can shoot the
me.
Raven if you want.
Yeah. Move over here and just try to kill the Raven if I can fucking hit it.
All right.
Well, you don't have to sharpshooter the Raven. It should be really weak.
course.
Oh yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you just,
Rose.
you
Appreciate
yeah,
that one,
you
dude.
annihilate it. Yeah, the
Thanks, Rose. Appreciate it.
ectoplasm just everywhere as you destroy this familiar.
God, fucking damn it, dude. I get 2060. There you go. You got this one. Fucking. Oh.
All right, Afra, you're up.
Okay. If I were to move like here, and that would be a bonus action dash,
Yeah,
can I see him?
yeah, you could definitely see him over the
Okay.
edge. He is diving
And I
towards
can-
the water.
And can I shoot him with advantage? Pretty please.
Since he is falling, yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. You can definitely shoot with
Okay.
advantage, but I am going to say that he could reaction shield this if he wants, so it needs to be a pretty good attack roll.
Okay.
20.
20 is enough that even with a shield, it would still hit. Yeah, he is bloodied by your attack.
And he hits the water, hit his head, and dies.
All right. Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna move right there and look over the cliff.
Okay.
And this poor dude, he is not gonna enjoy his time in the water.
Yeah, so yeah, you put him to sleep. Since he was unable on his turn, since he'll be unable to dive or whatever he was planning to do, he's just going to take the fall damage. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it for Jenna.
All right, Locke, you're up.
Locke will run up to the edge here, and I can't see anything down there, right? I mean, it looks like he's hit the ground. He's floating on the water.
No, he's about to hit the water and/or rocks below.
Okay, I'm gonna tie a rope off to a rock or something nearby. And I'm gonna look around for somewhere to tie a rope to, and that'll be my action.
Okay, yeah. So do a search action. So roll perception or investigation. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but you do see that there's an outcropping of stone. You're a beefy boy. You hope that it'll hold, but it is the most available thing.
All right.
All right. He hits the water with a resounding crack, taking 27 points of damage.
Oof.
Yeah, he is dead.
Oof. We did it, boys. First murder mission of success. Did it.
That's actually so funny that I slept in midair so he couldn't feather fall, which was his plan.
Oh man.
And he just fucking popped. Get his book! Get his book!
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll hand-
we will end here, and then you can try to retrieve this guy's body and/or book next session. So let me move you guys back to the start page. Oof. I think the first time I played an Elder Scrolls game and I joined the Dark Brotherhood, that's kind of how my first assassination job went. It's kinda like that.
We'll get better.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. Honestly, with Garuda, there was no chance this guy had of escaping anyways. But still, it was he had to try. He didn't know no better.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
gonna
yeah,
let it.
what? Locke, don't climb down the cliff. We literally have a bird.
Yeah, I was gonna fly
Fly
down
down
here.
there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, yeah, success. In the satchel at your feet are in fact coins totaling 40 gold, and three potions. The potions are not labeled, however, but there are 3 of them in the bag.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Sweet.
Yeah. So, gosh, that will bring us to a close for this week. Interesting stuff.